Hello and welcome, everybody out there in YouTube and D&D land. I hope you're all having a fantastic day today. Before we jump into the action, don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. All of those things help us out tremendously. If you're interested in supporting our community a little bit further, consider becoming a member here in our YouTube channel. Memberships start at just $2 a month, and you gain access to some really cool emotes. Lastly, if you are interested in playing in any of our games, we do have open slots available. Our current open slots are for the Tuesday early, which has between 2 and 3 slots available, and our Friday evening, which has 1 slot available. If you're interested in any of them, be sure to reach out to me and let me know. Without further ado, Cornwallis, tell us what happened last session, please.
So we start off again back at the prison. I go searching, trying to find the vice captain who was in charge. Figure out that he has already fled the island, taking the boat that brought us there. So there's no boat left. While Cornwallis and Monkey start moving guards into the barracks, Reese and Somdi perform a ritual to sacrifice the I think it was an orc that Somdi had come here for to repay a debt. He needed his soul. After that, we go take Nasir to see Mama Vusi. She gives him a couple of options on how to pay his debt back for stealing from her. He ends up giving Somdi his planar tuning fork that he's had since birth. I don't think we know exactly where that goes yet. I don't think we've looked. We learned that there was some... Riz had found a symbol for Kakanep. I'm sure I'm not saying that right. Kakanep. And then we have a conversation about the ritual because Cornwallis was a little uncomfortable with the fact that they tortured and murdered the guys. Sold his soul. They explained what he had done to Somdi's people and all of his crimes, and that this was all retribution and punishment for what he had done.
Kekhenep.
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 If anybody is a Twitch fan, they get it.
I hate you.
And then Mama Vusi has a private conversation with Monkey, which Bartikov listens to unobserved, maybe. I'm pretty sure Mama Vusi saw him, but and she talks to him about the siblings. They seem to be overly concerned about him returning to who he was before, partially because of his domains and the fact that it overlaps, and something about what he had done as his previous life. While he's having that conversation, Somdi, Genesis, and Reese go and do some shopping. Genesis buys a new book that's some sort of basically an atlas to the area. And then we all end up meeting up and we head back to Monkey's Temple, where Monkey gives us some information about when he was visited by the siblings at the Forge. And that is where we left off.
All right. So, after having a short conversation with Monkey, you all learning a little bit, but not too much about him. Wait, what the fuck is this? Monkey will remember that. Okay. I don't know why that's written on my map, but I guess I'll leave it.
Oh, I made it as a joke a while back. I'm sorry.
I thought it was there for a reason for you guys. It's fine. But anyways, you all are seated inside of this shrine to Monkey, debating on what the next bit of plans should be on your adventure. As you all are seated there, you hear a knocking on the door outside.
Does Monkey lock the door to his temple? I just assumed he left it open.
No, he does not lock it. It's also a
Somebody has
hostel.
proper.
Yeah, we should probably. Is anyone? I will.
Doors open.
No response.
Come on in. All right. I'll get up. Mosey over to the door.
Everybody listening to Monkey walk right now is... It's strange. There's something missing.
No.
Oh,
Open up the door.
You're missing your spurs.
Yep.
he doesn't have the boots with the spurs.
You open up the door, and the only thing that you see is a small parcel wrapped in browning paper and tied with twine rope.
I'll pick it up, kind of glance around. Step back in and shut the door. Looks like we got us, or I got me or someone or something, little present at the door.
Because that's not suspicious.
Well, it could be a bomb or puppy, small child. I'll look at the package. Is it like, how big is the package? Any holes in it where something could be breathing?
Yay wide and this tall. Maybe this thick.
All right. And I'll walk over to where, close to Bart. And I'll take a bite of my apple and put it down and sit down the package next to Bart and start opening it up.
Reese goes to the opposite side of the room.
Sandy follows him very quickly.
I move really close to out of curiosity of what
So-
Monkey's.
Monkey takes out this mysterious parcel, places it down in front of you, pats you on the shoulder, and goes to open.
I'm going with Zombie and Reese.
I just feel so much better when I'm close to Bart, that's all.
He is ducking behind Cornwallis.
Why do I always feel like this is a transactional friendship, Monkey?
No, it's
Unconditional.
not.
So,
It's unconditional friendship with conditions.
you have a knife, right? Just a quick
Yeah, I'll just
pop the twine on it very quickly, pulling out and scraping around the corners and edges and cutting across the top of it. Once you get the paper cut open and you look down at the box that's inside, it's a small wooden box, and as you're about to go and start to put your fingers towards the top of it to, pry it open, it's not super sturdy. It looks like Cornwallis, Reese, Glenn, all three of you see a small runic marking down in the bottom corner away from where Monkey's about to try to open.
Wait.
Wait.
I'm sorry, did one of y'all want to open this? I apologize if I was getting ahead of myself.
I think it's trapped.
I
think
love how
it's a
two of them said wait, and Reese just...
He's playing the character.
You okay?
All right.
You had Bart.
It doesn't look trapped. I mean,
It's magical.
Look right there, Monkey. And I'll point to
Oh,
that
okay.
to the little room.
anyone recognize this thing? This marking? I say out loud to everyone.
Who here is proficient in Arcana?
Me,
No, actually, I think I. Oh no,
I
I'm not,
am.
that's wrong.
an expert in Arcana.
Well, Reese, you can also understand the script. It's infernal. Roll me
Lovely.
a Arcana check.
Let's do this one with normal. 24.
We like 24.
Nice.
So, it's a very small marker, and you have to get up close and personal to look at it.
My hands in my pockets, and I'm gonna slowly saunter over and take a look.
When you get close and look at it, you have to be like very close because how small the symbol is down in that little corner.
As I get close, I tell Bucky, for all gods, if you open that box, I will not be helping you with this performance. And I look at the box.
You look at it. That little tiny symbol when you look closely, it has a distinguished devil's face on it. They have a sharp jawline that heads down into a bit of a triangular point where they have a beard that stretches down about 4 inches underneath that. You can see very high, sunken-in cheekbones that rest very close to their eyes themselves, with a very sharp nose and what appears to be a little bit of a smirkish smile. This isn't a marker that this is a trap, but this is a personal brand of some individual from the Hells. Roll me a religion check, if you are proficient.
I am not proficient, but I am a jack of all trades.
You can always
Do you
try.
say anything?
I'm sorry, what was that?
I was just. Does he mention anything about that? Because I am proficient in religion.
I bring it up. I go, hey, this symbol. It's from. It reminds me of the devil seal that I use. And I show the symbol.
Interesting.
Does that sound? Does this
Yeah,
look
I
like?
feel like
And
I
then
should know.
I use do I have minor illusion? No, I use prestidigitation to make a small illusion spot, no less than my palm. So I make an illusion version of the symbol and I go, that's what it looks like. That look familiar to you at all, Monkey? Since this is headed towards your estate.
Do you understand Infernal, Monkey?
Probably not, because that's one of those crappy languages. But
Yeah. So unfortunately,
Yeah.
you would not have understanding of that. Genesis, however, you understand Infernal. You can roll a religion check. 24.
Lovely.
Oh, damn. And you're
Yes.
proficient in religion. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
So, Genesis, one portion of learning a language is typically you have to learn about the culture surrounding that language as well. You have to learn about historical events, why the language is shaped. It's one of the ways that you actually become knowledgeable about what you are learning, right? So when you were taking your mandatory fiendish classes, or somebody was teaching you, Infernal 101, exactly. You
Infernal
learned
666.
that there is a pecking order within the Hells. There's the Lords of the Hells, which are at the time that you were learning, 10 entities that are recognized as the most powerful devils in all of the Hells. In each of them rules over one of the 9 layers of Hells, whereas the 4th layer or 5th layer, I always forget, has Firna and Balal that are the rulers over this. This individual is not any of them, but in fact one of their barons. This is Baron Pote.
Okay, so
Oh, sorry, I spelled that wrong. I'm not done with the information.
Oh, I'm so sorry.
You're good. Baron Pote is an individual who works closely within the hierarchy of the 1st layer of the Hells, which is ruled by... Oh, I always forget her name.
Zariel.
Zariel, thank you. He is supposed to be one of her 4 barons, and those 4 barons take up each of the cardinal directions as to the district that they are in charge of. Baron Pote is in charge of the southern end of Avernus, which is the name of the 1st layer of Hell.
Okay.
Now I am done.
Okay, that was a lot. Do I have to repeat all that, or can I just say...
You can say, I tell them all that.
Okay, I tell them all that.
Interesting.
I repeat all that to... Yeah.
does Baron Pote seem familiar to me?
Doesn't ring any bells. No recollections. Nothing.
Why
Huh.
would a man of Avernus be messaging you, monkey?
I don't know. Let's
You
find
stuck
out. And
any-
I go to reach towards the lid.
Go for it. I don't know, it's not trapped. I'm still next to you, so like
Yep.
the
Yep.
fact that I haven't left.
You
It's so
open.
Still
smart.
over by Sandy.
I'm gonna step back.
You pry it open with your hand, and you see inside there appears to be this snake that's slithering around slightly, and then it coils itself into a circle, biting onto its tail, and then it turns into this beautiful golden emerald-looking bracelet.
I'll look over at Reese.
Ouroboros?
Reminded me of you for a minute there, for a second there.
Yeah, the Ouroboros is actually my specific branch of the Spalding symbol, so it's kind of weird.
Yeah. A little fortuitous that I made you a mug with a snake on it.
Yeah.
There's also a letter in there
I will.
with an infernal seal on the top of it, and not like an infernal seal. It is a waxen seal that
Wax
has
seal.
the same face of that devil.
All right. I will set the box down next to Bart, and I pick up the letter, and I give it a little sniff, see if there's any perfume on it or anything.
You're sniffing
Hey,
it?
yeah, it could be an ex-lover. Who knows?
It is fragranted, like brimstone and molten sand.
This reminds me of when we went on that trip before with the devils, and we saw. Oh dang! I just forgot his name. The guy that was down in hell, but we met him way before. What is his name? It doesn't matter. Anyway,
Are you talking about the genie? The genie?
Yeah.
or-
yeah, the genie.
Oh, what? Tawahash?
Tawahash, yeah. Yeah, this letter reminds me of last time we were with him, and I'll crack open
Oh,
the
yeah, we did
seal.
run into him in the hills, didn't we?
Yeah, he brought part of his fire plane with him to get out of the rules of teleportation, the rules of being shunted out of dimensions that aren't your own. It's a pretty ingenious guy.
Really is, but let's see what this. You said Genesis. Wait, who told me it was Baron Pote? That was Genesis, right?
That was
Correct.
Genesis.
All right, Genesis. Let's see what Baron Pote has to say, and I'll open it. If it is from him, it could be from someone else that works with him. And I'll open it up.
So, you break the seal, opening it up, and there's this immediate reaction from you and everybody within proximity to like go backwards, as there's a little bit of sparks of fire and flames and bats that shoot out from it very quickly. Tiny little bats, but it all appears to be illusory, just for emphasis of theatrics.
Oh, that was kind of cool. Scared me a bit.
I respect this man.
Reading the letter, it reads this: to the proprietors of the estate, you are cordially invited alongside your friends to my gathering ceremony within Avernus. As such, we guarantee your protection against outer influences while you are present at this upcoming event.
Well, basically, it looks like we're got an invite here to an event in Avernus.
Gross.
Well, it does say that we'll be protected while we're at the event. Reese, I assume these devils are similar to you. They don't really lie per se, but they might manipulate the words.
So every layer of hell is governed by different rules, and how they affect the contract a little different. There's no lying and contract making, but there is deceiving, if that makes sense.
So they did say outer influences, so that we'd be protected from outer things but not inner things. So it could be not lie. It's like lying by omission, kind of.
Well, if I were to make an assumption, you would be pretty close, but it also could just be a guy trying to get in the favor of upcoming god, quote unquote. And I look at Monkey. Why else would he send it to you?
Yeah, what's the event for?
That's a good point. And I'll pass the letter. Here's the letter if you guys want to read it. It was some type of you got the letter now. It was some type of ceremony, like a quinceañera or something like.
Quinceañera.
Genesis, when you take
Actually,
the letter,
it's Sweet 16.
when you take the letter into your hand, you look it over very quickly, and it is written in common for your eyes, but you can see that there's this slight magical script behind it that would suggest that this would automatically translate to anybody who's trying to read it as an open invitation, which is a very strange use of magic. I mean, that has to be expensive just to waste magic on. The paper and ink alone, astronomical. However, you also notice at the bottom that there appears to be a magical circle of some kind that you can read for some strange reason. Monkey didn't mention anything about it.
And Monkey's also proficient in religion, right? Okay. Hey Monkey,
Maybe.
did you happen to see this? And I
See what?
and I show it to Monkey. I show the letter to Monkey and point at the thing at the bottom corner.
Monkey, there's
Paper?
nothing there.
I'm the one that gave you the paper. I read it out loud, and then I handed it to you.
Okay. Hey Reese, just to check, do you see anything at the bottom corner of this piece of paper?
I don't know, do I?
Reese, as an expert in Arcana, that is a reverse infernal summoning circle. So instead of summoning something to you, it would summon you to something else.
Oh. I'm assuming there's a keyword in it somewhere? Like a word to activate it. Activation word. Or is it like a timer effect?
Oh, no. For something like this, you would just have to be capable of casting a high enough level spell that would transport you to various planes, but it would bring you to the discerned location instead.
Oh.
So somebody would have to use that with plane shift to go to the specified location.
Samdi. Crocodile, where are you?
He's chilling with Cornwallis over in the corner.
And I point to the letter and I go, you always wanted to have the ability to plane shift to other places. This is a summoning circle, per se, but it works as a tuning fork for specifically that layer.
So we have a piece of paper that will most likely burst into flames as soon as we use it.
Yes. Looking at it, does it look like it would be like a consumable situation?
Yes.
Okay. Yes. But when the time comes, is there a time frame on this? I now that I'm actually looking at the letter, opposed to immediately handing it off.
Well, apparently there's an event which would suggest to you that you would probably have to use this before or during the event, and then if it's a diligent devil, which it is a baron, so more than likely they are very diligent, you would be incapable of utilizing it afterwards.
Yeah, so I don't know when this event is, right? And if it's a power player, right? I'm sure Nanu, being the expert of information gathering, would probably know. So, yes, it's a consumable usage thing for the event. But this is useless to me. So, the only one that I know that has the power to change planes is Rossman and Somdi.
I'll just, if you've handed the letter off to me, I'll just close it back up again.
There you go.
So, speaking of flame shift, Glenn, you're muted.
Yeah. What's going on, Sandy?
I hand him the tuning fork. You know how to identify, right? No.
Yeah. Thanks to Mama Lucy. But you gotta give me like 10 minutes.
Like
Comedically.
10 minutes to identify it, or?
To reach your cast.
Yeah,
sure,
that's
go ahead.
pretty quick.
Yeah.
That's really quick.
Comedically, I throw the chronological amulet at him, the random blade that we got from the prison, the random armor I got from the prison, and the sweater prunes at him. There you go.
1, 2, 3. I'm gonna need like an hour for all this.
Somebody just plops down on one of the chairs.
Hey, it works out. I have to go to the market because I realized I needed to buy something really quick, and this is the best place to buy it.
Type out everything that he needs to identify and where you found it, or if I gave you a name for it.
This
that.
is what I've become.
Welcome to being a wizard. Here, cheat sheet. Tell me, this good or bad? Do it.
It's pretty amazing that Brother Jack can do this. I'm real proud of him.
My brain's gonna like start fuming as I try to identify these things.
There's steam coming out of his
Yeah.
ears.
But I will do the tuning fork first for Somdi.
Okay.
Crossing my fingers here, playing the water.
Well, if you want that, just talk to Talwahaj.
I know. But I just-
And then here's the other ones. There you go. And during this hour, I will go ask Somdi, do you know where I can get a blacksmith, by the way? Or a guy who deals with accessories? It's very important that I
have
go
one.
there.
We got one in our group.
Yeah, I'm actually guild certified.
Yeah, that's fine. I need to buy one like now. I don't need it created because this is gonna bug me if I don't get this.
Oh, what do you need? What created? I'm sorry, I kind of checked out.
Oh, I need to make small metal trinkets. Very small. And I feel like they would have them here. So, Somdi, help me out here.
Like from a toy store, like like little metal army men and alligators with tears and stuff.
Monkey, there's many things that I know that you want to be privy to. This is probably not one of them. Is the best way
I
to put it.
gotcha. I appreciate you.
Yes.
Appreciate you, Fart.
I grab
Yeah.
Somdi and I like almost forcefully walk him out. I'm like,
wait,
and
wait,
the
the fork! The fork!
the fork. He has time.
So,
I'm just gonna stare daggers at Glenn. Keep an eye on it.
And the earring, I tell
he's
Somdi,
been waiting for that for so long.
right? We need to get monkey spurs. It's gonna bug the shit out of me if he doesn't have one on him.
Everybody with high passive, welcome to having high passives. If anything changes, you notice, and you can't not notice.
The comfort of knowing where Monkey is kind of like a little bell on a cat.
Yeah. We need to
So-
find these.
Anybody with high passive perception, I immediately make you like hyper fixate on those things.
Oh, great.
No, Reese is
Oh,
just
come on,
uh,
you've been around long
too.
enough, Carl. You know I do this.
God.
But yeah.
Where did the Hirfa operate in Casino?
You're on the map, correct?
Yep, casino map in general.
Yeah. You're going for the Hirfa?
Well, they're the crafting tribes.
Oh, yeah, I was thinking of Fasid. They are the darker brown color area, so ornate bazaar, correct.
Actually, since we're part of team shopping, I look at Genesis. Are you coming? Team shopping?
Of course.
Okay.
Didn't they just go shopping?
We'll be back. It's important.
Welcome to having gold. So anyways, you guys go out there to purchase spurs, and we'll deal with that after I get some of these identifies out of the way. This tuning fork is the Master's Fork to the Verdant Veil. A plain adorned with lush, ever-changing landscapes, each reflecting the vibrant beauty of nature in its most exquisite and diverse forms.
What was a little goblin doing with this?
Well, he found it in his nest.
I figured that once he's done identifying the Master's Fork, he can just let us know on the earring. So that's why I wasn't too worried.
Shorty had them apple bottom jeans,
boots with the spurs.
Just imagine
Every
Monkey
time
doing a
someone's-
line dance while that song's playing.
Every time somebody says Spurs, my brain just does a 180 on whatever my train of thought is,
First.
and that pops into my head.
Yeah, no, it's an amazing song. The whole club was looking at her. Anyways, so that is that. Sword of the Perunes, look it up in the compendium. It's the Sword of the Perunes.
Roger that.
Magic breastplate, not identified, prison. Magic scimitar, not identified, prison. And this belonged to the trader, right?
The guy that we sacrificed, he had that religious symbol belonging to ketchup with a minor enchantment attached to it, and to the scimitar.
It's not ketchup.
Yeah.
It's kekenep.
Yeah, the scimitar had an arcane enchantment
Ketchup
same
frog,
with
yeah.
the armor.
All right, kekenep's getting stronger. Fuck you guys.
Ketchup.
Yeah. Keep talking.
I prefer mayo.
That'll be another 40 hit points.
Finally, a worthy opponent.
Each time y'all talk shit, Bard is gonna have to crit another time to kill it.
Yeah, that's fine.
Anyways, the breastplate. You identify this as breastplate of water breathing. So, somebody
Used that,
who
like 2 months ago.
it was here. You guys could have found it before. You guys chose your order. There's shit.
Nah.
We've had this quest
you,
since
Joey.
leaving hell.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, breastplate of water breathing. Where are we going next? Hell.
Now you can breathe in the lava. You just have to wear that armor with the breastplate, and you're fine. No, it doesn't
I can
work.
wear a breastplate over chainmail.
That's
Can't get a little
Double up, baby.
We'll just cast water breathing on you, Bart. Don't worry.
It's true. Yeah.
Alrighty. There it is. So, this sword you identify as the bizarre dancing scimitar. It is a scimitar that requires attunement, and you can use your bonus action to toss the sword into the air, speaking the command word, which is dance. When you do so, the scimitar begins to hover, flies up to 30 feet, and attacks one creature of your choice within 5 feet of it. The sword uses your attack roll and ability score modifier to roll damage. While the sword hovers, you can use a bonus action to cause it to fly up to 30 feet to another spot within 30 feet of you as part of the same bonus action. You can use this sword to attack one creature within 5 feet of it. After the hovering sword attacks for the 4th time, it flies up to 30 feet and tries to return to your hand. If you have no hands free, it falls to the ground at your feet. If the sword has no unobstructed path to you, it moves as close to you as it can and then falls to the ground. It also ceases to hover if you grasp it or move more than 30 feet away from it.
Yeah, both those swords are cool.
Also would have been really good before you went into the water, because there's no disadvantage. It just does it.
Before we get on to the holy symbol, are either of the 2 swords that I identified sentient?
2 swords.
The scimitar or Perun's?
There was the sword of Perun's, which is really
neither
cool,
of
and the
them.
scimitar.
Okay.
Yeah,
That's good
neither
to know.
of them are sentient.
Got it.
Also, keep in mind, in my games, not saying any of them are, but I will never tell you if a magic item is, what do you call it?
Cursed?
Cursed
Alive.
from identify.
That's fair. I like it that way.
Let's not have a level 1 spell ruin all mystery. And lastly,
That's legal now.
huh?
Remember, I told you it's legal technically. You're fine.
I know. I'm just making sure people are aware. It's his first
Okay.
time casting the spell. Holy symbol made of jade found in the prison. So, you identified this as the holy symbol to Kekhenep. A magical focus that allows Kekhenep to see through your eyes as you are wearing it.
Well, put that one far away from the others. It's like, this is bad. And then group the other stuff together.
Sword of the Prunes is obnoxious, but the dancing
think it's pretty
scimitar is also very good.
Yeah, they're both really cool.
You can just use your bonus action to attack as well. At range of 30 feet.
Yeah, I was just wondering because the Sword of Perun's normally doesn't have an elven requirement, and I know that came up during the attunement. That's why I was just double checking.
That is because of the origin of its craft.
Yeah.
Elves are pretentious assholes who make things only about themselves.
Sweet. It is.
Sounds
all about
about right.
myself.
Sounds about right.
God, frog legs too. Here, mama, make these. They taste like wings. So yeah, you identified them. Everybody out shopping. So you're looking for spurs, Reese?
Yes.
You can find spurs easy enough. Are you getting him ornate spurs, or are you getting him steel spurs, or are you getting him a weaker bronze spur?
Which ones look the fanciest?
Ornate.
And over. Yeah, let's do that.
Okay. That is going to run you a whopping 5 gold for the pair.
I'm gonna get 2 sets.
Very well.
I appreciate it.
Anybody else purchasing anything while you guys are out there?
Can I get a small bell and a hook?
Absolutely.
What for?
Actually, while we're out here, can I restock on teleportation chalk? I have 3 more uses.
Roll me a d4 minus 1.
Okay.
And when I say hook, I mean like a very tiny hook, just enough to hang the small bell.
You could find 3 more uses worth.
Sweet, I will pay that gold.
Yep. And you mean just like a very tiny hook at the top of the belly?
Yes.
Okay, yes, you can.
I would like to keep my eye out for books and herbs, but I'm not like actively seeking them out. I just want to keep an eye out for them.
Roll me a perception check.
Find Herb's bookshop.
9. The only thing you find is a gag book that is labeled edible plants in the desert. The first page shows you a cactus, and all the other pages are blank.
I'm good. I think I'll pass.
Yeah. Came from this weird place in the bazaar called Spencer's.
If they have a hot topic nearby, I think I might check that out.
Not in this city.
Not in this city, dang.
Yeah, it has to be where all the white people are, which is Spalding.
They probably have a Claire's too.
They definitely have a Claire's too. All
you
the
I can get
rich,
my ears
pretentious people of Spalding. Sorry, I shouldn't have said white people. Humans.
I bet you I can get my ears pierced and then get infected with the gun.
Yes. Oh god, I hate that so much. I'm not sure if you played in that game in Sunday or not, but there is a hot topic in the Dwarven city, and it's hilarious. It's great. Anyways, so that is what the three of you find, and by the time you go out, find everything, come back, hey, it's been 40 minutes, and Glenn has identified everything. And at this time, it is nighttime. The bazaar is shutting down for the night. It's getting significantly colder outside. The temperature is dropping rapidly.
You see somebody starts hustling.
Why do you seem to be slower now? Well, you're hustling as it gets colder. Oh, right. Crocodile.
Yeah, once you guys get back, I will tell you what everything does and hand you everything except the holy symbol. I will leave it on the table.
Oh. I mean, I'm sure that he can't, if we're not wearing it, if I throw it into the bag of holding, right? So, you should be fine in an extra dimensional space.
Right. I mean, it's as long as you're not casting, I think, magic through it. He doesn't have eyes on you, but that's bad juju right there.
Makes sense. Where is Monkey's Temple in regards to the city map, by the way?
It would be towards the Tranquil Harbor and one of the smaller buildings that would have been closer to the conflict site, which was here. So we'll say probably like right around here.
Okay, so I'm gonna slightly walk out in the back with the symbol, and I'm gonna yeet that shit into the river and go, it can watch itself.
It sinks.
There we go. Come back.
Nicely done.
I don't like when things watch what I do. I already have one person doing it. I point to my eyes. Monkey, this is gonna bug me. And I reach into this small little bag, small little box, and I hand him the little box, and I go, you might need these. I feel like you're not completed without them.
Well, I thank you for the gift. I wasn't expecting
you can open
something
the box.
on is this for any occasion or just kind of spur of the moment?
I owe you a gift because you gave me a gift.
I laugh, but I hate you.
I know, that's why Christian turned off his camera.
Yeah. You gave me the mug, and I feel like I owe you a gift in return. So
there's no owing, but I appreciate it, and I'll open up the box. Oh my lord. Ain't that pretty. And thank you so much. I really appreciate this. I'm gonna put these on as soon as I can.
I grab the second set and I go, and then here's the second set in case you lose those sets.
So, Monkey,
You are amazing.
very thoughtful. These being ornate spurs, they're not going to be practical to wear out in most harsh environments. But for social events and things like that, they're going to be perfect.
This is great. Oh, just
They're ornate. They're not built well. They're built pretty.
pretty. Yeah. I appreciate you, and I'm gonna grapple. If Reese, and just give him a big old hug.
Just tense, full tense, like. I'm gonna face step out of it, and I'm gonna go. Don't do that.
I appreciate you. Thanks for the hug.
I'm gonna contact Reese mentally.
I will add that to
And-
my character sheet.
I'm going to say, so I got the bell specifically for him, but I do not trust myself to place that on him without him noticing.
Interesting. So what you're saying is we need to sneak it onto him. Well, he's not the most perceptive person, so just pass it off to me.
I'll just place it. I'll place it on the counter next to me and just walk off.
I'll take it, and then I'll wait for now and bide my time to put that on him.
Probably tomorrow when we go down. Let's see how many
Yeah.
people he sets off when he steals
So-
another apple.
Okay, so as we're settling down, what is our next step, Monkey? I know you gave up your boots for your object or whatever, as you mentioned.
Yeah. Brother Jack, you got one more of those in there. There's this coin in the box that Baron Pote gave us. You mind having a look?
Yeah. Gonna need another 10 minutes though.
That's fine. That's really quick. You know, before you doing this, it would take hours or maybe days going to libraries and researching. And man, that's awesome. You can do this.
Yeah, the power of magic really helps. I mean, my brain hurts a little bit, but gets the job done. And then I will
Can't relate.
take.
And then there was that, the coin, the serpent coin, the thing that looked like a serpent,
The
then turned into a
bracelet?
coin.
Yeah.
The bracelet. Yeah, sorry.
Yeah.
Okay. You identified this as Baron Pote's bracelet of favor, a magical device that Baron Pote's allies and servants can recognize to represent that you are a guest of theirs.
Cool.
It does not
I-
appear. Well, it is magical, but not like.
Yeah, not like.
Other
yeah.
than that, it's just ostentatious.
All right.
And then before we decide to tuck her in or not, right? Is there anyone that I need to be sending to off the top of your head tonight, besides Nanu?
All I can think of is Nanu, but in regards to your question about what next, I kind of wondered if we should go see this Baron Pote.
Potato.
You say potato, I say, yeah.
Do you know why this Baron invited you to his party? Have you guys dealt with this Baron before?
Never have not. Never heard of him. It's interesting you ask that question because in the past I would have said, well, of course, because it's me. But that answer don't always sound right anymore.
My concern is that he's from Avernus, literally the front of the Blood War. So it's a little bit more Bardakov's type of world.
Yeah. Well, we can at least get some information.
You think maybe you dealt with him in your previous life?
I will. It's a great question, and I do think that But I will give you one concern of mine that I do have. You see, when the party found me, I'd been trapped in a gym, and I don't know how I got there. I don't know if I had done some sort of reverse summoning circle that put me in there, or some people, a group, it must have been a group, like tackled me and I don't know how it happened. I think we're okay, but there's a little piece at the back of my mind that just wonders how this reverse summoning's going to happen.
Well, you guys had already talked about going to the Hells. Is there other business that we need to take care of there, anyways?
But the thing is, it's on a different layer, right? One's on like the first. I mean, I'm on 2 verse in the Hells, but I think you guys said something about layers, and Avernus is like on the first layer, and I think where we're going is like the 6th layer or something.
Second.
Yes,
Dis.
Kind of.
Dis.
So,
Where you're going is dis. That's the second layer.
Oh, okay.
I precedate like a cone, and then I start listing. Yeah, you have each one of the layers are connected, and the only actual connection is the river Styx, right? And you're welcome to correct me if I'm wrong here, Joey, too.
I will.
The first layer is Avernus. It's basically the brunt of the war between demons and devils, right? That's why that's kind of the war-torn area. Being raised in the Asmodeus Church, it's one of the basic educations we're given. This is where we go a lot. So it's Avernus, this, and you have Minthoros, Plagueis, Stygia, Malgorb, Malmani, Kanya, and Nessus.
Kanye.
Right. Yeah, so each one is kind of like its own plane of dimension, and own ecosystem, and the only thing that connects them really is the river Styx.
I thought there was going to be like some stairs or escalators or something going
No,
down.
that would only be convenient. What's an escalator?
What you're saying is it wouldn't be. I mean, I don't know how to cross the river Styx, but they're only one layer apart. So it wouldn't be too far off.
Yeah, it almost feels like you're sailing to a. Yeah, it's like almost a sailing when you're on the river Styx. It's almost as if you're sailing to a different land. But think of it as like a different dimension. When you think of a cone, but think of like the cone being like diagonal in a way, and it's just like a steep hill down.
Like this.
Like that.
All right.
So sailing upstream's harder.
So I guess it gets our adventure started then. We could see what's going on there, and then take the river Styx to the second layer.
Yeah. The only ones that I've really ever studied is Nessus, this, and whatever the one that Mephistophilus is part of.
I don't know if you heard what Genesis said, but
I did not
she
hear.
might be right. Well, that's because she typed it.
They.
But you might be right, Genesis. It could be a long shot. Maybe he does see me as sort of an emissary of sorts.
No. Again, I know nothing about the rollers when it comes to Avernus, so I'm assuming that the knowledge of Zariel being what she is isn't exactly common knowledge, right? Joey?
No, that is absolutely not. You would have to be an expert in religion to just say you know that. This might be a better representation. Yeah, that's a better representation.
Nice.
Oh, that'd be kind of cool. Like an extra waterfall that goes down, like you're on the river Styx, and the waterfall that goes down.
Oh.
I just imagine the river Styx is a log flume, right?
Woo! Depends on who you are. But Bart was saying something about the river Styx.
A couple of us have tokens that allow us to cross the river. I think the intention was that they're to be used to traverse it on the banks that take you from the hells to the abyss, or vice versa. But you could use them for
Yeah.
other
and then
methods. Do we
you
need
need
to
to
go
deal with the
deeper, or
boatman.
didn't you say this? This person we are hunting is, or the devil we are hunting is on the first layer.
The devil we're hunting, or the one that invited us?
Oh, the one that I suppose, yeah, the one that invites us. I figured we were gonna go kill it.
The one that's no. I mean, I
Just
wouldn't.
went
You are
straight to-
cordially
Guys,
invited to
I-
my party.
He's a paladin. Let's be real. You know.
I
Considering how
cordially
much
invite
power
you to my.
I heard an extra D8. Did anybody else hear extra D8?
I wouldn't be against that, just because
all.
it wouldn't be a bad idea, right? Because I can always use some more power myself, and absorbing his power or eating his heart wouldn't be a bad idea either. But I digress. That's not exactly the best method, Bartikov. We're cordially
fine.
invited.
This
Oh,
is a
yeah,
party.
and
This is a
Reese,
party.
so that you understand the dynamics very well, because you are somebody well versed of the politics at minimum. Barons serve directly under their lord.
Yeah.
They are the highest ranked individuals other than... So on that layer, the only person more powerful than the Baron is Zariel herself.
Is the overlord that rules it.
Yes.
Got it.
So they are, in the pecking order of things, if you're somebody who would have to bend the knee to your Arrhenius friend. A Baron would rule over at least 5 people that would rule over dozens of Arrheniuses. Very low on the
So what you're
pecking order.
saying is we could get a leg up over Nanu, and she can become our personal house Arrhenius.
Thank you for clarifying that last word.
If it wasn't Avernus,
Attendant is the word I was looking for.
if it wasn't this,
Yeah, that was the other thing I was going to ask. Because, she's in Dis, isn't she? Because we went to the Iron City.
yeah. So
Fair enough. And for the record, I think we could take Zariel. Just saying. So this guy's going to be a pushover.
lovely.
Put that out
idea.
there, going to mute myself and eat my bacon.
Lovely.
Uh-huh.
So, again, outside of
The highest CR creatures in the game.
outside of Nanu though, do you guys have anyone else you want me to send a sending to before the end of the night?
If you check the roll20 I asked.
Oh, give me a sec.
You have spare sendings. Could you send one to Eleanor just to check up?
Eleanor. Sure.
You have to roll a d20 to see if it makes it, because they are in a
Which one
pseudoplane.
was Eleanor? Was that the one on the island?
The one in the tree. The
Yeah, actually, can
the
you
AI-like
check-
thing.
can you check in on what was her name? The one that made the food. That was
The old lady that hates me.
The best gumbo you've ever had in your life?
yeah, the lady that
best
was
gumbo.
lonely. Yeah,
The best gumbo I never tasted.
yeah. If you could check in with her, I'd appreciate it. I know she gets a little lonely out there. So
Inara.
Doesn't
Inara.
Nara.
Here, guys,
Doesn't
Reese has
exactly-
been working on this.
She doesn't exactly like me.
Ooh. Just let her
That's
know
because
I'm
you
checking
couldn't
in
eat
on
the
her.
gumbo.
Okay.
And also, Santi clarifies that he can also send sendings.
Lovely. You can talk to Eleanor then, Samdi. That lady hates me for whatever reason.
You didn't eat the gumbo.
I don't trust food made by a hermit that lives on their own.
That's
Who
how
deals
half
in
the
poison
great
plants.
recipes in the world came to be.
Did she
I-
have cats?
No, she was
Okay,
in
yeah, I
desperate
wouldn't trust
need
her
of
then.
cats.
ghosts.
Yeah,
she's
no.
she's in desperate need of cats. Sorry for interrupting.
Yeah, if she had cats, I would totally be down for the gumbo, but no cats, no go.
So if you remember speaking to her, she used to have cats, but they all chose to swim away from her island to escape her.
Yes.
Oh yeah, no.
Which is extra fucked because there are these fucking barracuda, fucking not actual barracuda. They're like a combination of a barracuda and a fucking honey badger.
She has a -3 to charisma. Nothing likes her.
I like her.
I feel her. I feel that. I feel that.
I think there's 3 people in the party that have a
Christian, you're
mild-
still muted.
Oh, he's talking
Oh, he's
to...
talking to her. Okay. Oh yeah, she used to have.
You'll know
that.
when I'm talking to you people.
You were looking right at us.
I was reading something off my other screen.
Oh, God.
Sure.
Alrighty. So, Samdi, you're messaging Eleanor.
Yep.
D20, please.
No, that's Reese messaging
yeah,
Eleanor.
you're doing
I'm
Inara.
Oh, you're doing Inara.
I got
Yeah.
3 sendings to send, but I'm typing out the Naru one right now.
You're doing Eleanor, Reese. Not Eleanor.
Okay. Oh, sorry, Eleanor.
Then you have to roll a D20, Reese.
I have to roll 2 of them. One's going to Nanu, who's in hell,
Oh,
as
okay,
well.
yeah.
So this is gonna be the first. This is gonna be the Nanu one, just because it's easier.
It makes it.
Okay, so for Nanu, I say, Baron Poe invited us to a social event. Any word on that? Avernus isn't exactly my cup of tea. Will you be there, darling?
Mm.
The fuck are you calling me for?
She will reply, if I were you, or even myself, I would never turn down such a gracious opportunity by a baron. There's a power struggle beginning. Remember your allies. Alliance. Remember your alliance.
Alliances. I'm gonna send another sending in that response.
Oh, that was so close to 1.
I know. In that case, would you be interested in going with us as part of our party? We can call you here, then teleport there. Interested?
Servants of Dis are not in direct allyship with Avernus. I would be considered hostile foreign enemy. Thank you, though.
And then I'm sending also one to Rossman, right? Rossman, is there any chatter amongst the imps about a Perrin Pult social event? We might find ourselves in Avernus soon. Anything interesting you want?
It's nighttime where you are. That'd be 4 hours earlier. So mid-afternoon. Yeah, fine. Oh, wait. 4 hours later. So it's like 3 o'clock in the morning for him.
Rossman's the female drow that leads the Asmodeus Church
Yep.
at the moment.
Yeah. They're elf, so they're awake at 3 o'clock.
Yeah, that's why I was like,
yeah.
you'd be the one.
I'm doing the math because there is a cutoff where Rossman would be very pissed off at you.
Yes.
Rossman will reply. No whispers. Interesting, though. Gain some information. Our Avernus branch has been lacking in shared knowledge. Now, you understand within the Church of Asmodeus, it is the responsibility of the worshippers of Asmodeus to keep watch on all of the other worshippers of the 9 lords. Or, sorry, 10 lords. The other 9. So, yeah, 10. Not anymore. You actually Reese, you're aware that Bilal and Fierna are gone right now, and Lucifon has taken over their position. That's right, you guys found that out when you went to hell. So, you're aware that it is the responsibility of the Church of Asmodeus to watch over all of them. And if they haven't been openly giving information, well, let's just say the worshippers of Zariel are of a martial prowess and caliber that is very concerning to clergy. People don't really choose her because they like deception and deceit like you have. They choose her because they like power and strength and domination.
I thought our church was related to Nessus was originally. Ours was Asmodeus itself.
Yes, it is the Church of Asmodeus as a whole, but there's different sects. Yes, and the ones that are more closely akin to Zariel are, as I just described.
Okay, that makes sense. Yeah. And then my last sending will be to Eleanor. I will roll you that d20 because they're in a pocket dimension, right?
Correct. All right, you're good.
18. Okay, it's gonna say, Eleanor, darling, how are you? Glenn would like to check in on you and see if you're doing well. Do you need anything for Glenn's sake?
No.
Look over at Glenn. She said no.
Right. Probably still need time to process.
You're talking to pretty much a robot. It doesn't need.
And with that being said, we'll pass the horn to Samdi because I have no more sendings.
I've typed it out. I'm just gonna put it in chat.
Thank you. All right. Hey, Anara, just checking up on you. You only have 25 words to respond from Samdi, Glenn, and Monkey with love.
Oh.
Samdi, Glenn, Monkey, thank you. I'm good. I've stared at the sun today. It hurts. But I'm getting better. I love you too. That's it.
You see, Samdi just stares at the door. I'm gonna look at Glenn, and I'm gonna look at Monkey. I'm never doing anything for you again.
I thought you liked her.
I appreciate that. What did you say to her, and what did she respond?
I said I was checking up on her. Said it was from the three of us.
I appreciate that.
She said she stared at the sun.
Yeah, it's not always the best thing to do.
Eyes.
Yes. Yeah, I thought I was... Never mind. He's just gonna walk off. He looks a bit stunned.
There are certain minds that are not worth melding with.
I agree.
No, not worth. Should be avoided at all costs.
Not worth.
Not worth the hassle.
I appreciate you doing that. As something
Yes.
So I guess wrapping up the night, we take this invitation first thing in the morning then?
I think so. Unless there's any objections. From Wallace, Genesis.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, I can't turn down a chance to go to a party in hell. So
Feels like a waste of a spell slot.
to
I
go to a
go.
party in hell.
Oh no, I have the spell slot ready. Sorry
Oh.
about that, Genesis.
Oh no, I go where you guys go.
All right, well,
That's
let's get
fair.
some good sleep tonight and have some breakfast in the morning. And
Oh, I actually I do have one question. Do we have a way to get back?
That is a good
Uh,
question.
We have a
Already.
time limit.
Yes.
Oh, right,
We get
right.
shunted unless we get, like, I don't know, something that stops teleportation.
Got it. Just double checking.
Here's hoping this isn't a giant trap.
I'm sure it'll be fine.
I'm sure it'll be fine. And if it is a trap, we got each other to rely on.
I mean, they did deliver the invitation like a fucking postal bomb.
Mm-hmm.
Or they could have.
Look at the box. They just unmarked box that was left in front of the temple.
Does it smell of almonds?
I don't know. I've been munching on almonds all night.
Slightly sulfuric.
Yeah, well, as Bart said, if it, I don't think it's a trap, but if it did, I mean, why would they go through all that to get that kind of trap? But if it is, I know we can all handle it. We've proven ourselves time and time together as a unit. We're coming together like the 5 hand toes of a monkey.
Yeah, we could take them.
So where do you guys stay at here? I'm like looking around. So I just got here today.
I jumped
got
in
some-
the oasis.
Yeah, we got some. There's some beds in the back. It's kind of like a hostel, so people can stay.
Oh.
You sleep
Like-
with the people?
Yeah, I was gonna say, like, I don't know. I'm gonna go.
You're welcome to join me, Reese.
I'm gonna go stay at the same hotel
We
that I stayed at
all
last
float.
time. I'm gonna go to the same inn I stayed at during vacation. And I go, I'll see you guys in the morning.
As a player, I love that Monkey doesn't stay at your place and you don't stay at his.
Just get on the broom and fly to that specific inn. I'll pay my expensive cost for a one-night stay.
Alrighty.
What will be my loss for a 5-star hotel?
Ooh, so close. Alright, so sleepy time?
Yes.
Yeah, I think so.
Alright.
Long rest.
What's my cost for a 5-star hotel?
Oh, 15 gold
I'll take it.
for the night. Don't worry, they have full bed service, which
Oh,
means
yeah.
you can have somebody come in, give you a massage. You could also have a different type of massage at types of places, perfectly legal in casino. You're also capable of having dinner, an option from an array of 6 different entrees, as well as 12 distinct and diverse desserts to be delivered to you. You only get one of each of those, as well as breakfast in the morning, which is a full course buffet of food that they will deliver whatever you want to you with your own personal servant who will go pick up whatever food you discern they should bring to you and bring directly up to you.
Okay, yeah.
As well as a bath.
Yeah, Reese is living the full dream.
And they'll clean all of your clothes for you as well.
Noted.
I have half a mind to ask if the 5-star hotel is magically protected.
Always. It's casino. Remember,
Damn it.
the richest place in the world. They got the most money.
Just like you wake up in the morning, you see fucking Sandy in
Sitting in your bathtub.
I will also, sorry, because this was a big deal that I didn't do this, right? I will shoot a sending to Gitash, right? Saying, as a heads up, we are in town at the moment. We will be leaving town. I apologize for the informal announcement of our presence. See you next time. That's-
He'll reply, I was fully aware of you and your companions showing to town. Thank you for the consideration. You don't need to be formally introduced every time.
I'll use my last spell slot saying, I prefer it this way. Formalities keep us civil, especially if we're all from foreign lands. Respecting cultures goes a long way. That's all I'm saying.
He'll reply, a Spalding noble is not necessary to be made aware of by me. Thank you, though.
I have no more spell slots for sendings. So
in this particular territory, if you are a leader of one of the tribes, they are incredibly high-ranking officials, and the tribesmen they view themselves as above political outsiders of sorts.
I also
it's a common thing where it's like, yeah, you come by town, that's fine, you can show up, but it's not like a grand announcement or anything.
I only brought it up because I know that some of us have the Grand Police badges, right? You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
So that's why I mostly do it.
And Casino totally cares about Bolera's laws.
Yeah, exactly. Everyone cares about laws. It's order, right?
But anyways, while you all go to your various locations and sleep, Bart, you're staying at the hostel as well?
Yes. Yes.
Yes.
Okay.
You can always go see your lady.
He's just in his head repeating, just like the barracks. It's just like the barracks.
Then you hear a kid
know.
crying.
Pretty much.
Also,
like the
just like the
barracks.
barracks.
It pretty much is just like big room, bunk beds. And...
So, as you are lying there, after Monkey and Glenn make the s'mores and hand it out to everybody who's here inside of the fireplace, you feel this warm, tingly sensation, Bart. I hear there's an awe-inspiring event in Avernus. Do you have room for a +1? You hear Tawahaj in your mind.
Always, Tal'Dorei. It'll be a pleasure to have you accompany us.
He'll message you one more time. Splendid. I'll be sure to pick out matching attire.
Well, I'm still wearing your armor, so you know what I look like.
That is all he wishes to say. You know that Tawahaj is trying to get into the political scheming of the Hells for the elemental plane of fire's favor.
Makes sense. I'm more than happy to help him.
Yeah. So, morning rolls around. Reese, you have whatever types of omelets or croissants or any type of breakfast that you could possibly desire. You are not limited just to the fantastic foods of Casino. You can have anything they can make here. Muted.
It's just a normal breakfast.
Sure. He pays for luxury and only takes advantage of the bed.
Right.
Continental style.
Continental style. I used to be poor. Once poor, always poor.
Right. So, everybody, you wake up feeling refreshed and recharged. It's not so bad sleeping in the barracks unless you're a spoiled noble who doesn't understand poor living.
I've lived on the streets, literally.
I'm not
for the
talking
last
about you. You don't know if somebody
3
else in the
weeks
party
of
is noble or not.
travel.
You don't know.
The last 3 weeks of travel, I have lived without a bed.
It's horrible.
are you talking about? You keep summoning your fucking mansion.
Without a decent bed that I didn't have to make. I don't want to put work into
For
my sleeping.
you. Somebody is waiting outside of the fucking hotel, out of the hotel, just having this conversation with him.
You sniff your
Like-
clothes and minty fresh.
Minty. As I'm like with Somni, I'm not even touching the dirt because I'm flying on the broom, right? And I'm just like, I can't. I don't know how you guys are just okay with putting in work where you sleep. It just does not make sense. I have to have an office separated from my work or from my life for a reason. So hard.
Now, some people say their work is their life. My life is my work.
Why?
Because I enjoy what I do.
Man, I need more goons. Slavery
I
legal
enjoy
here?
the sounds of their screams.
Sorry. Eternal servitude. Is that legal here? Do you guys have like a market?
No.
Yeah, you can get some undead.
That's not legal anywhere on the material realm.
Hmm.
Now, vampires have thralls. Indentured servitude is a term that rich people use. Spalding did have a form of slavery, but that was more of a wage war than anything.
We still have the servitude as a way to pay off debt.
Yeah,
That was the one thing I made sure we didn't remove.
yeah. It's just a lot better of a system.
No interest. Well, not as much interest. Not 85% interest.
It was only 60.
Okay.
God. Anyways, you all meet up. Samdi, you feel this incredibly hot sensation coming from your wrist as you roll up your sleeve and you see Tawahaj's symbol becoming active.
It's not my wrist, it's my entire arm.
Oh, yeah.
It is, in fact, yes.
Just, I hold it to my frostbitten hand, just...
And all of
Wanna
you
pour coffee on
watch
it?
as this tall, standing, beautiful man begins to move out from the wound. When he appears, he is dressed in this very regal and awe-inspiring looking black suit with red shirt underneath and this very distinguished ascot that's made out of the finest silks you've ever seen. As he steps forward, you see the frilled, very light pinkish red looking cuffs around him that are very gingerly touching against his skin, and there's a wave of heat radiating off of him that pushes some of you away instinctually. Oh, thank you, Samdi.
You can summon Tal'Dorei?
No. Tal'Dorei can summon through me.
Only if I have an invitation, though. Thank you,
Yes.
Bartikov.
I forgot to mention, Tal'Dorei is coming with us.
Of
I
course.
expected he would have.
Oh,
I apologize. Oh, go ahead.
Bartikov, your suit. He claps his hands together, and there's this wave of fire that erupts around Bart. And when it settles, you can feel your chainmail underneath, but you're wearing a suit that looks incredibly similar to his, but whereas he has the black jacket and the red shirt, you have the red jacket and the black shirt.
I was in
Nice.
disguise last time we met. So formally introductions. I am Rosanne Levon Spalding. It's good to meet you.
Sand Levon. I've heard tremendous things about the Spalding family, and I must say, can I eat him? He looks at Bart.
We kind of need him for this one.
Very well.
We're terrible people.
Yes.
Hoping to change that, but you know,
Speak
oh
for
my
yourself.
bleeding heart.
I think he's referring to the family.
My family. Yeah.
Now, who are these magnificent other worlders with you? Tawahaj looks at Cornwallis and Genesis.
Well, that's Genesis and Cornwallis. They're friends of ours.
Absolute pleasure. And he'll take your hands and kiss the back of it for both of you. It's incredibly hot, Cornwallis, to the point where it is painful. Genesis, it's not painful because you're tiefling.
Remind me real quick the tattoo on Samdi's arm. I think I've asked this before. Samdi, are your arms like normal humanoid size, or are they like little T-Rex?
The joke has gone too far. I am a lizard folk. I have humanoid body proportions. He's just fat.
That's what I thought. I'm just double checking.
Also, there are no tattoos. I have a scaleless arm that has been burned severely, and I have a scaleless arm that has been frostbitten severely.
Oh, that's right.
My hands are fucked.
They're shriveled.
Yeah, one is like raw pink baby flesh, and the other is dry gangrene. It's horrifying.
Yep. You guys haven't even seen his mind yet.
It is a very accurate representation of what goes on internally, yeah.
Yes. But it is an absolute pleasure to be accompanying all of you to this, well, delicate event. I heard about it through the chains and whispers, but I wasn't able to mosey my way into Zariel's favor when I was in the Hells last. So, I'm hoping to establish some type of connection. And are all of you seriously wearing what you're wearing to this event?
Yeah, I was gonna say Glenn's like in like rags and stuff, you know. But...
I can change. I have clothes specifically for events like this.
I mean, I specifically ordered a very nice suit, but that was months ago.
Yep.
So, and that probably got very severely burned.
Yeah.
Where I lost the rest of my shit. So I'm gonna look at Tal'Dorei and I'm going to bow deeply. And I'm going to say, if you would be so kind, may we get the Bardakov treatment as well.
Oh, darling. I will never give you the same treatment as my dear Bardakov. However, I suppose I could allow you all to borrow something from my collection.
Oh, sweet. God damn it.
Yeah, while you're doing that, I'm gonna go change, and I'll walk over to the door, open the door, shut it, so I'm on the other side of the door. And 6 seconds later, I open it up, and I'm in a white, black tuxedo tie, black tie. Think, Colonel Sanders a little bit, but not facial hair.
The all-white cowboy.
I can only think of Colonel Sanders now. It's either that or Colonel Sanders, but with Asa's actual face.
Yeah.
So, would all of you like this favor?
I'm okay with what I wear.
Your outfit seems acceptable, yes.
The same drought attire that I always wear with the silver web linings.
Oh yeah, you look fine and dashing. Everyone else, they look like adventurers.
So I have Don and Doff armor.
What's it gonna cost me?
Oh, dear boy. I'm not looking for repentance for any of the favors I do for my friends. And despite you and I not having a developed relationship yet, he puts his arm over your shoulder where you feel your skin beginning to burn from just the contact of his skin. I have a feeling all of you are going to become good friends of mine in the close future.
Yeah, sounds great.
He'll move his arm away and pat you on the chest.
All right, I'm down. Spruce me up, buddy.
Absolutely. He'll go over to the door of your church, Monkey. Do you mind if I borrow this? He gestures at the door.
That's fine.
Very well. Everybody, welcome to Tawahaj Manor. He opens the door and you see this magical eruption of flame that courses through and transports his hoard of collected clothing that he has from various diverse realms and planes of existences, stretching as far as your eyes can see. Pick out whatever you would like. Enjoy. So this is where you get to play makeup with your characters, everybody, while we go on break. And you get to tell us what you will look like at this find event when we come back. Alrighty, everybody. We are back. So, players, you look down inside of what a moment ago would have been Monkey's church. But now Tawahaj has done something to the door, and you are staring at this beautiful, glowing hallway filled with incredible fineware from all generations, all histories, all realms that he's been collecting for eons. As you look down, he gestures for everybody to walk inside. Please take your pick of whatever outfits you desire to wear. My seamstress is amazing. He snaps his finger with a little smirk.
I will say your fashion sense and your closet is very distinguished, exotic, and very vast. Impressive.
Thank you very much.
And I don't want to look I don't want to insult you or anything, so I will indulge in a ornament of sort. And I will go in there and just look for like a shawl or something.
Oh, yeah.
Wrap around my neck.
Yeah. Do you want an ascot? He has ascots. He has a lot
Yeah,
of ascots.
I'll grab an ascot.
Yeah.
That's a
So,
good idea.
let's start with Glenn. What type of fine outfitry do you don from his collection? Keep in mind, it can be from any generation or any
Yep.
realm.
So I did think about this for a little bit, and first off, though, the attire that both Tawahaj and Bardakov are wearing, it's looks very like fancy or I don't
Very,
wanna-
very
Okay.
fancy, yes.
okay. Good. So
As they move, the jackets that they have a very faint layer on top of them where you can see kind of like flames rippling around that reflect in the different lights. It's incredibly fine.
Okay. All right. So because we are going, and Glenn wants to represent Monkey's Church, he's going to do something, I guess, a little bit more modest, like instead of fancy.
Okay.
And I do want to throw in that, I guess, a little bit of a Western vibe that Monkey has going. So something more like a cowboy style, I guess.
Dead guy in a cowboy hat.
Yeah.
Cowboy
I want a
devil.
cowboy hat. And we talked about this a little bit. So the colors that we're representing is going to be like white, gold, and a bit of jade. But I do want like a blue lining for it because Asa likes blue. So we're gonna do that. And yeah, so it's just like basically like a Western cowboy kind of vibe. I'm not doing a jacket. I would say like maybe like a rolled up shirt with a vest and then a cowboy hat. And that's the vibe we're gonna go with.
With the drawstring little tie.
I like that. Yeah, let's do that.
Bolo ties are called
bolo
bolo
tie.
ties.
Yeah, bolo tie. And I will have Hooligan, my owl, come out, and I'll give him a bolo tie too.
Tawahaj will also give Hooligan a monocle.
Nice.
Nice.
I wanna go up to Glenn very quick and look at his clothes very quick and go, I'm gonna take off my sapphire ring and go, I think this would look good on you. And I put it on him just to match the blue.
Nice. Not one for jewelry, but all right.
Very proper for you.
Appreciate that as I tip my hat.
Keep that ring on you.
Should you tell him which ring that is?
No.
Okay.
Okay.
Keep that ring on you.
Okay. I like
I'll
it.
just trust him. Yeah, I'll just trust him.
All right. Cornwallis, your turn.
Cornwallis puts on like a formal military outfit, but like more like Victorian English, with the like really long coat that with the double buttons down the front, and then a fancy bicorn hat with the like all the feathers and hairs and stuff in the middle of it in a different color.
hair.
Yeah. Like horse. I don't know what they put in the center of those old fancy ones.
That is quite impressive. Do you have your own medals that you don on the outside of it, or?
No, because I never actually served with my people because I was abducted too young. So I never actually earned any.
I think you need an accent for your hands. He'll approach over towards a rack and pulls off what appears to be a very long obsidian walking stick, that the head of it is the open gape of a gith. Not a real one, just carved.
Nice. I'll use that.
You look at all the teeth, and the teeth are diamond.
Fancy. Thank you for the accessory.
Of course. Samdi.
Muted. So, Sandy is gonna he's just gonna fully, just like the fucking Homer Simpson meme, just walk backwards into the lines of clothing and eventually comes back out. Very much in a sort of, out of nowhere for what Samdi usually looks like. He's in very colorful clothing now. Various like long flowing clothes with lots of bright colors and different patterns. With the only slight variation is that he has it looks like a large headdress that gives him like a mane of feathers. Like, close enough.
That is incredibly inspired. May I make one more suggestion?
Shrugs.
He brings over to you a very distinguished, complete emerald ring. It is a ring that seems to have been carved out of an emerald magically.
Oh, okay, yeah. So I was like, wait. I was thinking for a second, like the band itself is also emerald.
Yes, it is completely 100% emerald.
Okay, yeah, now I have the idea. So, yeah, for clarifications, it's some of these clothes are kind of like a West African festival clothing, so to speak, celebration.
Nice. Marvelous attire. Then he'll look down to see how you are faring, Genesis. What do you got?
All right. Well, I know exactly what I want because it's something I've always wanted. And it starts with the shoes. So, I've always wanted to wear shoes with satin spats. So, the black shoes with the white coverings on them. And they always go with the tuxedos that you usually see the conductors of orchestras wearing. So I would like...
With the tail in the back.
With the tails.
Okay.
Correct.
Is it split or is it whole?
Split.
Okay.
So split tails and double-breasted coat, and then the 8 buttons on the white vest in the front. And then nicely starched collar on the shirt. And I want the buttons to be silver, not gold, because I don't like gold. And I can't wear the top hat because of the horns. And I won't carry the cane because I don't like things in my hands unnecessarily. So, yeah, it's very simple. It's a black tux, black and white tux. I know it's very simple, but my personality is kind of not very bold, so it fits me.
He'll take a moment looking over at your attire. You do not wish for anything metallic?
What would you suggest?
Well, alongside your outfit, there could be a small headpiece, perhaps. And he brings out this very fine platinum chain that can, like, rest over your horns and brings down a small gem to your forehead.
And I will accept it and say thank you for your generosity, and this would be lovely. And I wear it gratefully.
I like it. Tal'Dorei, your taste in jewelry are divine.
Oh, please, Rasand, my taste in everything is divine.
Interesting.
So, by the way, is anybody wielding the equipment that you obtained yesterday and identified?
Yes. Instead of using the Sword of the Perunes, I'm unattuning to that, and I'm gonna attune to the Dancing Sword, the Dancing Scimitar, since it looks a lot more ornate.
When I see Glenn's outfit, I modify mine. Instead of the black bow tie, I go to a bolo tie. And the little piece that's here, it's a jade symbol of monkey right there.
Nice.
And then coming down.
Marvelous. Now, Bartikov, if you wish to adjust anything with what I've chosen for you, feel free. If there's any accents to yourself, Bart, that you wish to put on.
Taken out.
Christian?
Yes.
Tawahaj just asked if you wanted to take any accents or jewelry to enhance your outfit as well.
Yeah, I thought that was the case. I generally think that Bart's pretty happy with the look he has now. He will be carrying the. Is that a good idea to have the spear on show? Yes,
No.
it's a show of force.
No.
No, it might. You can't. They actually can't steal it because it lives in the dimension. If they try and take it from you, it just vanishes.
I think considering
the spear
that we're
look
going to Avernus, it would be better to show force.
Yeah.
Really?
And
Yeah.
your rule with magic items, Joe, is that they can take the form of basically whatever their wielder desires within reason, right?
No. It's a spear.
Like they. No, I get that it's a spear, but it looks. Does it have that one has a particular look, doesn't it?
Oh, yes. That
Yeah.
one, the tip of the spear is complete crystal and 100% translucent, while the shaft is made out of an incredible pantsless whatever. The shaft is made out of this incredible this is the second one, right? The first one you
Yeah,
lost.
Yeah,
Yes,
this
this
is the
second.
unburnished
Okay.
heart.
This one's the
Oh,
unburnished.
you helpfully gave a thing, didn't you? Yeah, it's metal as fuck.
The first one that we had had a black feather or something weird. But,
Yeah, Black Feather was the first one.
Yeah, it's this. Except
Yeah.
the tip of the spear is Oh no, the feathered one was the translucent one. That's the other one. Yeah, unburnished heart. This one is the blackened version of that. So the spear tip is black all the way through, except the numerous cracks that persist throughout it. Each time that you crit with it, it
Yeah.
gets a new crack.
Ooh, we've had a few of those.
Mm-hmm.
Oh wait. Now that I'm examining this, do the cracks look structural?
It looks like this should have broken a long ass time ago.
Ah, we're fine then. Yeah, Bart will be openly carrying the spear on his back. Point up, military style, as though, travel style, but on full display.
Then he will get a beautiful woven band that can go strapping through the shoulder cusp that you have on your jacket all the way across you, that the spear can rest inside of a small sheath that goes around a small portion of the shaft itself, but doesn't take away from the general atmosphere of it.
Nice.
And other than that, he'd just be wearing he has his own personal rings and things, or things that he's kept of cats that have stuck around, and they probably would go with the outfit quite nicely.
Marvelous. Well, everybody. Y'all started it, okay? I can have one too.
What about Cornwallis?
Cornwallis wins.
We did.
Yeah.
He did.
It's the military style one, but it's the Victorian, I believe he said.
Yeah.
Oh.
Yeah.
It's a bicorn hat and a bunch of feathers.
Yeah, like Victorian Navy.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Love it.
I'm gonna take Do I do this? I'm gonna take off my hat. Normally I have Lyra's feather in my hair in the back, and I'm gonna kind of take that out and put it away so it's not on me.
Good call. Believe it or not, Zariel's a little miffed at that. Anyways, so you all step out of Tawahaj's large changing room that he has. Everybody looking incredibly spiffy, and as soon as he closes the door behind you all, you see the wave of flame comes over towards the front of the door and erupts up. And then someone from the inside opens the door and goes, that was weird, it was locked. All right. Just keeps going about their business. So, shall we?
Hello, Nate.
And he will
And
gesture and bow in your direction, Samdi.
you see,
Before-
Samdi. Oh, go ahead.
Sorry, before we leave, I think Genesis had a thing
Oh, yeah.
he wanted.
Oh yeah, we wanted to go back in time.
Yeah.
Well, I just
We can
typed
do
about
while
it
we're
in chat.
dancing.
You can say it out loud, so that everyone we can.
Oh,
we can know it
absolutely.
play.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Well, I
so
think
that-
that's not really an out loud. You can do what you would like. Go ahead.
No. It's because this part's not out loud then, because it negates what I was gonna do. So
Very well.
I mean, we could do it while they're all changing. That way, we're just
Well,
waiting on
read
them.
what Genesis just put.
Oh,
Yeah, I didn't read it either, so that's why.
Read, motherfucker.
God damn, D&D players. You don't take notes and you don't read.
okay. That makes sense.
Alrighty.
yeah, and I feel kind of bad, but it's the only thing.
All right.
It's okay. Reese didn't know anyway.
The only thing I have as a gift is a soul coin.
Well, the soul coin's way better than what I have.
You don't have the soul coin anymore. Remember?
No,
you
I've kept
mer-
this.
Oh, you kept the
I've-
other one?
I've kept a separate soul coin that I'm pretty sure I stole off of Glenn at some point.
Yeah, I'm checking a soul coin that somebody has too.
Alright.
Because we had 3, and we used 2 of them.
Yeah. I keep track. It's the anguished one
Tinnitus
as
guy,
well,
Yep.
Yeah, that one.
Yep.
So,
which I believe is the highest quality one.
The highest quality one we gave to Nanu to get the soul out of the thing.
Okay, so it's the second highest. Sorry.
wrong
No.
one.
Who started playing?
So, you teleport away, taking out the piece of paper and invigorating your spell through it. And as you do, you see the paper incinerates away, and you see the same large face of Baron Pote inside of the image as you all swirl away and disappear from sight. As you arrive, you feel the intensity of the heat similar to that as where you just left with Tawahaj, inside of his small corridor with everything. And then when you look around, immediately all of you get yourself on guard momentarily. You see imps flying around and various chain devils and various forms of other devils as well that seem to be moving furniture about, getting them organized and placed in different locations. You look over towards a stage that currently has about 12 individuals that are setting up various instruments, and these individuals each have infernal chain markings tattooed across their neck, and they all seem various forms of humanoid as well, and sunken eyes and very depressed nature. As that happens and the concern sparks in each of you, it begins to settle as you see many of them look in your direction, and Tawahaj will gesture very finely towards each of them, and they don't really question immediately. So. Somebody has the formal invitation, right?
Yeah, I've got it here. Oh, I would have put the bracelet on too before we left.
Yes, but good. Okay, you put on the bracelet. And the piece of paper was destroyed in the casting of the spell.
Right.
So, as you all stand there in the middle of this very strange-looking territory, you look up to the sky, which is this very, very deep orange color that seems to be reflecting some type of molten lava someplace else, far away from where all of you are. You look around at your surroundings, and you seem to be standing on top of this tower, towards the top of it, with this open arrangement of cubbies that have various devils flying in, perching, and going about their businesses. When you look out, you see over in one direction, there appears to be this large stream of lava flowing around. And then you go to the other side, and it seems to be there, and then the other side, and then the other sides, and you're on an island inside of this standing lava. As you're beginning to take account of what is happening, you hear a voice. The presence of this individual immediately becomes aware to all of you as the voice speaks soothingly, comfortingly, and distractingly. The way that they enunciate seems to draw your attention into what they are saying and deviates your ability to be aware of much else of your surroundings. Well, welcome, all of you. I must say, Monkey, it is a pleasure to make your acquaintance. As you turn over, go ahead.
I'll tip my hat. Pleasure to meet you as well.
You see the man sitting there. His head almost like a crown of horns that go around his skull, and the very distinct jawline of the individual being seen on the side, as the front has this very ostentatious pointed beard that looks exactly like the image that you've already seen twice now. He approaches. It is absolutely wonderful that you've invited your friends as well as the stranger. He looks at Tawahaj.
Yes, pretty much assumed that my friends were welcome, all of us.
Well, you all are slightly early, but welcome nonetheless to Tower of Herm.
Well, thank you for inviting myself and my posse here.
Yeah, I want to show you some appreciation for the invitation here. I'm gonna take out my devil sticks. I'm gonna do a little performance for him.
Roll me a performance check.
I will use a d6.
I'm back. Are we giving gifts now?
Well, Glenn apparently
That would
is.
just be welcome.
Yeah, we did. So we landed on, I forget when you landed on an island. He showed
Right about
up.
when he started speaking.
Okay, yeah, he just said, basically, it was nice to meet me, and he and my friends and the stranger, and I just thanked him for inviting my posse and I.
Nice.
Nice.
23.
I was nervous.
At first, as you
But I was.
begin performing, he seems to just be walking past you without a care in the world, but then you see that his attention wanes to the side, and out of the corner of his eye he watches and gives a small smirk. It is lovely that you brought a jester here with you. And he goes over to you, Monkey, and clasps your hand, grabbing it with both of his.
Classes. By the way, side note as a player, did you guys know the circus song that is called Entrance of the Gladiators? I always thought it was funny.
And reasonably
Deeply
named.
ironic.
What are you talking about? Alright, guys, we're going to have an all-bard campaign where you have to be dressed up as clowns and perform as gladiators.
There we go.
I love it.
Wait, we personally have to be dressed up as clowns?
Yes, just the players have to dress up as
I'm down.
I imagine you immediately went like
I mean, I'm gonna have to do some shopping
ICP,
first, but
like Christian as an ICP character.
oh yeah, I'm gonna be drinking Faygo at every freaking.
That wasn't where I was going, but corpse paint clown sounds like a great time.
All gonna be about Faygo and magnets, baby.
Woo!
I'm Weepy, the goth clown.
Wait, so are we in the Tower of Erm?
You are.
I just wanted to say
What is this
Erm.
tower verm that you speak of? Where is this verm? The verm.
They're in.
And this
The
is
Vermeer.
Baron Pote. So after clasping your hand, Monkey, he turns and watches Glenn's performance with a level of patience that only an elf or a truly eternal being could possess. Glenn, as you're watching him, I need you to give me a wisdom saving throw. Unfortunately, doing a performance and everybody watching you, you're too far from Bart.
That is fair.
Oh, this is when it hurts not being a. Oh, that's not bad.
15.
It's not great, but
The distracting nature of his eyes and his scrutiny and the way that he speaks and enunciates certain words it's strange to you. You know that you're a representative of Monkey and you feel that need to do right by Monkey, as you always do. So you continue your performance, and as you begin to start to think you're done, you look at him and a notion in his eyes gives you the sensation that this wasn't enough, and you continue the performance longer and longer. After about 35 minutes, everybody else is kind of, if you're not an eternal creature, kind of like, what the fuck's going on? But Tawahaj and Pote and even Reese are watching with complete patience.
Does this seem like one of the Inferno-esque powers? 'Cause,
Insight.
like because I myself use infernal powers.
Is there a table of like canapes set up already?
The fuck is a canapé?
I'm gonna use one of I'm gonna use my game advantage for this.
it's an open. Never mind. I'm not going there.
'Cause this-
No, absolutely not, Asa. No.
28.
28.
Ooh, 28.
After-
I'll Americanize it. The appetizers.
Oh, yes. Yes, they do have those. Finger
Oh, it's
food, you
just-
mean?
Somebody's already eaten like 2 plates.
Some hornivores.
Bart and Sandy are just watching whatever the fuck's going
Listen,
down. just
dude.
like, man,
I'm a
health-
poor guy growing up, all right? We didn't have those fancy words like hoardor, shit like
Can of peas.
We
Yeah, you're right,
called
sorry, this is just
them
a plate of
mini
chopped cheese
weenies, okay? But
I
no, they
feel
do
like
have
mini weenies is a
magnificent-
perfect health food.
Yeah. Anyways, Reese, after the first 35 minutes of the performance, you see that Glenn keeps looking over at him, not in a way of like servants or worry or concern, but there's something strange where Glenn seems almost compulsed to continue the performance. And after he looks away, you look over at Baron Podin. You see a small smile curling at his lip as you realize that the Baron is using some type of infernal influence to continue the performance by Glenn.
It's gonna be something similar to Gift of Compulsion. I can get that eventually. I look over at him and I go, Baron, respectfully, he is a companion of mine. I think he's had enough.
Little sweat on Glenn's like cheek. He's just like, and this is the devil's windmill that I learned.
Or he will keep going. He does not get tired. And I make sure I drop the concentration on repressing my transformation. So I have the red patches on my skin.
He hears your words and he allows the performance to persist just a little longer. And you see the slight sadistic nature inside of his eyes. Now again, you are an incredibly patient creature. After about 5 minutes or so, he relinquishes the hold, and then Glenn, you are allowed to finish the performance, and you begin catching your breath as you have not tried that hard to maintain that quality of a performance ever. And
Brother Jack, that was amazing. That just, I cannot tell you, you've done good.
Oh, tough crowd.
I would work on a shorter routine. That was exhausting.
Yeah, you know, I kind of got a little carried away, and then it just kept rolling, you know.
You should cut that down to a tight 5 minutes.
Got it.
Bart, roll me a d15, please.
D15?
Some D,
weird
roll
one.
me 2 of them.
What are you doing to me here? Oh no. Random effect tables from eating hell food? How dare you?
Yeah,
How
you
dare
know,
you.
it's always safe to have hors d'oeuvres, canapé, from the devil, but you definitely don't want to eat anything that the lady on the, what's her name? Inara?
Inara.
That wasn't me.
Yeah.
Oh, that's right.
That was me. I don't eat
All right.
anything. But
That's
I
what
know.
I'm afraid you.
So Samdi, you find this one tray of
Did they roll?
Samdi rolled. He rolled his 2.
Oh,
I'm
mine's
doing his.
mine's lagging. Give me it'll come, don't worry.
Oh yeah, yours is there. It's 13. Samdi got
You're
a 2 and a
lagging.
12. So Samdi, you pick up the first tray, which are these bell-topped mushrooms that have a blend of what you can only assume is cheese with these minced fiendish herbs and a faint hint of brimstone that makes it taste more bitter and tart than you're expecting, but the cheese savory and sweetness kind of a bold contrast to that. You have eaten the Stygian stuffed mushroom tray. After that, 12. You also picked up these fine grape leaves filled with a mixture of strange red rice, and it has a faint scent that you can recall somewhere here in the Hells before, as well as a meat that at first you had to question what it was. Not that you would care anyways, but after eating it, it tastes like an infernal lamb. Minced infernal lamb. As you have eaten the succubus stuffed grape leaves. Now, Bart.
What kind of succubus stuffing I was after?
Jesus Christ, man.
Welcome to hell, everybody. This is Bart's favorite. So,
Mental note, direct him away from these.
you find a cup, Bartikov, a glass standing container that has these chilled shrimp with this beautiful red sauce that as you dip the shrimp in and take a bite, you realize the sauce is a very small trace amount of molten lava. Which, thanks to your immunity to fire, tastes phenomenal. This might be the best tasting hors d'oeuvre you've ever had before in your life. And there's something else in there that kind of tastes familiar to you as well. You discern it's a touch of succubus essence. Those are Lilith's lava shrimp cocktails. Her own personal recipe. She'll be here tonight.
They are delightful. We'll have to give my compliments.
Can I religion check that name?
Lilith? Sure.
Yeah. I'm like guidance myself. Ignore that. It wasn't with advantage. I forgot to untoggle. So I'm gonna use my birthday reroll.
Happy birthday!
Happy birthday.
Happy birthday to you.
So let's reroll that. I don't know why it rolled that way. Whatever.
Can't say anymore
So
because
it's gonna
copyrighted.
be it's not the intended roll. It would have been nice though. There it is. 7. Worse.
So, oof. Yeah, you
Yeah,
know you
bad.
should know that name, but you don't.
You just sat through a 35-minute dimple stick performance. Your brain is putty.
Genesis, however, you could roll a religion check to see if you recognize that name.
Nice.
15? Okay.
Is it anyone with? Oh, sorry. Go on.
Anybody who has the language and religion proficiency.
Okay, that's what I thought.
Yeah, religion as pertains to the places that you would have learned about religion. So, Genesis. Lilith is known as the favored consort of Asmodeus. That is the mother of Glacia, his firstborn, his daughter, his only daughter, as well as the mother of shit. Let me get his name.
Mother of shit.
What a sad name.
Someone did not like that
my
man.
firstborn daughter, Glycea, and then shit.
God damn it!
Someone's the favorite of the family.
God
This
damn
guy.
it! Fecal, get in here.
This goddamn little shit. Damn.
So Glacia and Michael, his firstborn son. She is the mother to those two incredibly powerful devils. Glacia being so powerful that, with the assistance of her father, theoretically, she earned the position as a ruler of one of the layers of hell.
I relay that information. And
Well, may I have a introduction to this stranger in my midst? He gestures at Tawahaj, and Tawahaj looks at all of you, waiting for his introduction.
Tal'Dorei will walk forward and say, hold on, let me just think about this. It's Farsighted, that's his title, right?
The Farsighted,
Yes.
yeah.
Yeah.
Good call,
So-
you remember that shit. Good job.
Tal'Dorei will give a bit of a flourish and say, our esteemed friend, Tawahaj the Farsighted, a elemental lord of the plane of fire, a good friend, and hopefully not an intrusion upon this wonderful gathering.
A good friend of my guests can have respect from me. He'll walk over to Tawahaj, and Tawahaj will take his hand, kissing the back of it, and will place his hand into the Baron's, and then withdraws it, where you see that there's this very small metallic object that was just palmed to him. Perception check, anybody who is paying attention to that and not the buffet of food being brought out.
I've already rated it, so
Yeah, I've had my fill.
Damn,
Perceptive
Reese.
boy.
Reese, what is going on with you?
I'm gonna use
Oh, he
I'm gonna
rolled a
go
1 and got a
monkey.
15.
Yeah, I'm gonna go monkey in my mind. Monkey, there's a time and place for everything. This is it. So I'm gonna use one of his rerolls.
All right.
I will do the same.
26. That's better.
1 second.
Hey man, king of botches over here. What do you want from me?
That's right. I got your back.
Yeah.
Well,
That's I got.
And it's better when you guys can see it because I can just be oblivious.
Reese and Cornwallis are the only two who would notice the object before it is palmed and slighted over towards him. It seems that Tawahaj has handed him over a very large coin that seems to be made out of some reddish metal, and on the exterior of it has the image of a large inferno dragon.
Have 1 firebuck. Oh wait, no, is that a soul coin with the soul of that red dragon in it?
Well, we don't know that.
How would Tawahaj have a dragon? Or a soul coin?
Somebody, what did you do?
No, I'm just laughing at the situation.
But anyways, only Reese and
horrifying if that is what I
Cornwallis
think it
would
is.
have noticed.
Yeah,
That
which is
probably
why I'm
doesn't-
sad.
That probably doesn't mean much to Cornwallis. So
Absolutely.
If you don't speak Draconic, it means nothing.
I don't.
I'm
Or,
gonna
sorry,
say-
Primordial. Do you speak Primordial?
No.
Okay.
I'm gonna say in Tal'Dorei's mind. Well, that was interesting.
Oh, he has a block. You don't reach his
Oh,
mind.
nice.
Tawahaj knows you guys. You're friends, but there's a level of trust.
You right? He doesn't know me.
Yeah.
That's why I
So-
sent him a knock whenever I try and do a
So-
mental knock.
For my own personal curiosity, with Baron, Pote, and Talahaj next to each other. Pote, sorry. Freaking monkey.
Pote.
Pote. And Talahaj standing next to each other, who seems like the more powerful entity?
Insight check.
You got this.
I will use a d6. And you know what? Just for the heck of it, I'll use my game advantage. So that's a 26.
Okay. Baron Pote has a much more dominating presence. He definitely seems to exude a level of power that is either naive for him to be exuding in all of your presence, or would make you think that he is a danger, a threat, a higher born devil of some variety. Clearly, he has a remarkable amount of influence, considering he was able
Where
to
we're at.
bring you all here so lackadaisically. However, Tal'Dorei, there's something strange about him. He is a djinn, which you're unfamiliar with, right? You don't speak Primordial?
Nope.
Okay. You're unfamiliar with, but there's something about him that makes you think he would be appropriate in any audience with any individual.
Nice.
I thank you for your gift. Of course. And I hope during this event, you and I can have a short conversation about the relationship between Avernus as well as the Plane of Fire. We may. And he'll take a step back. Tal'Dorei will also step back in line with all of you.
So, when does the party start?
Before you start speaking, I need everybody to give me a wisdom save here.
Is this considered a charm or frighten?
Charm.
I have advantage.
Advantage.
And I'm sticking next to Bart. Oh. Nice.
How much longer do we have? I'm trying to decide if I should use my game
What's going
advantage.
on with you, Reese?
Less than an hour.
Yeah, we're after break, so
Yeah.
I'll use my game advantage, and I'm in my customary position here, Bart.
So, you all sit there for a moment, and that one moment fades into another, and then fades into another, and then fades into another, and eventually Glenn begins to speak up. So, what are we... But before that happens, Reese, you feel the presence of this individual makes you more reactive than proactive, as you are used to being. The presence of him seems to command obedience. So the long-waited silence for you drags on for minutes and becomes nearly excruciating to deal with, but you have to understand the tact of what is happening. So when Glenn speaks up, Reese, you become incredibly irate that he would be that disrespectful. So, Glenn. Oh, and Reese, unreasonably irate.
Angry.
Glenn, you're muted.
So, when does the party get started?
Reese, or sorry, Glenn. They're in the middle of something.
You got a good point, though. And I've got my hat out, and I'm looking at the mirror. I'm kind of doing my hair, and I put it back on. You got a good point. So, what time does this thing here start?
The event will transpire after the last glow from the watchtower. But all of you, my guests, are welcome here nonetheless.
Maracadega.
And now he'll look over towards you, Reese, and you break out of that entranced state and you realize what he was doing. Though he doesn't say anything out loud and he is acting with utmost tact, you know that you suggesting that he not play with Glenn so much hit a nerve that makes him want to play even more. You have a better read for what this individual is like.
Yeah.
And
control freak.
apparently pretty fucking powerful too. To beat your mind, I mean.
I had my walls down at the time. I gotta remember later when interacting with him to cast protection from good and evil prior.
And I don't remember if I mentioned it, but I am wearing the spurs that
Of course.
Reese gave me.
It's a social event.
Yeah, exactly.
However, your offerings have been noted.
Oh, yeah.
I got something for you too while we wait. First, and I'm gonna pull out a. Let me get the right name. It's a vial of Nidabaquin. Yeah, I'm gonna give him a vial of Nidabaquin poison, so drow poison.
Ooh, wonderful. Ah. He'll uncork it and take a very small taste. Cork it back. Thank you.
You're welcome.
And he'll put it in his little pocket on his jacket.
Yeah, the 2 vials.
So now you guys are aware he's immune to poison.
Most devils are.
Yeah, I know. Just
I'm gonna go up to him and be like, for your formal situation, I give you this. And I will hand him, where's it at? Not that one. A temporal inhibitor that you can only get from the Maut.
that you can only get from what?
The Maut.
Marut.
The Maut.
Marut. Oh,
Yeah.
that thing.
Yeah, the thing that it breaks, but when you activate it, you can create a localized time distillation and acceleration. Or acceleration.
Very intriguing. He'll look at the object and gesture upwards, and 3 imps fly down, scoop it out of his hand, and fly off with it.
Consider that a gesture of good faith.
I will. And he'll take your hand and shake it. No force behind it, but you can feel the presence of the individual behind it instead.
Yeah, Zombie is going to sheepishly walk forward as his gift is very outclassed. He's just going to say, well, I feel a bit out of place here, as someone has already given you something similar, in fact, much greater, and I hold out the soul coin.
I thought you were about to start doing
Devil stick.
Feel a little outclassed here, but
Immediately fails on the first toss.
God damn.
Just conks
He
out
forgot you had a
entirely.
nose when you start, so it just.
No, I will hold out my tormented soul coin.
He'll take it from you, spin it on his thumb, and then clasp it, and it seems to just disappear as that happens. Very generous of you.
As I walk past Monkey, I mentally tell him, this individual does a lot of mind magic in games. So I'm gonna silent cast protection from good and evil on him. Onto Monkey. Since I know he was the one that received the invitation. I'll post it in a second. Yeah, I'll post it in a second.
Nice.
There you go.
Okay. That only lasts 10 minutes.
10 minutes might be all we need.
Okay.
I'll step up after somebody's done. I will pull out a wooden stake crusted in blood. This was from the first vampire I ever killed. He was young and fairly stupid, but he was preying on a small village and killed half a dozen villagers before I managed to hunt him down and stake him. His blood still soaks into this stake.
He will smile as you regale him with the story of it and takes your offering and goes over to a fountain that's currently blooming with reddish liquid and will dip a long glass into it and use the stake to stir the liquid around and tasting it.
Seasoning for his blood wine, or
Well, not blood wine. By the smell of it, it's a Bloody Mary, but emphasis on the blood.
Nice. Nice. He's not getting my coin though. I'm saving that for someone powerful. I do have another funky idea.
Someone power. Wow.
Someone
The
powerful.
disrespect.
No, I'm saving it for like
Monkey or
Bart's got the spear. He thinks he can
Zariel.
take on anyone.
True. He gets an
that
extra
is
D8.
also true. Yeah.
Just start smiting and don't
Um,
stop.
Oh,
Don't
yes.
stop.
Don't stop
But
me
Bart-
now. yeah.
I'll walk up and say, in the absence of anything physical that I have on my person that would be worthy of one such as yourself, I instead offer hidden knowledge. Knowledge that I was imparted with a long time ago now, by staring into the depths of an ocean god's mind. Knowledge of a soul that lies unclaimed. The soul of the first mortal ever to be created. They're still alive and trapped underground in the mortal plane.
He looks at you questioningly. I thank you.
Bart will give a deep bow, being sure not to poke him in the face with the spear on his back.
His
and-
eyes are glued to the spear as you bow.
Fucking a 9, not 20. Fuck yeah.
Sorry, I didn't mean to start a war. Just it's not my fault. His heart was in his head.
Start a war.
Yeah, that little tidbit has been on my character sheet for a long
time. You don't
Reese
know
makes
where,
a
but you
note.
know.
Reese makes a
And
note
now
of
so
that
does-
information.
A major baron of the Hells.
Well, that's gonna be trouble in the future.
Hey, but whose problem is that? Not your games. So. Tuesday. Hey. Oh, Tim's not even here. Anyways. Thank you. Then he looks over at you, Genesis.
I walk up and I produce a grass woven doll and I say, "This is my gift to you. While it does not look structurally sound. It was made with good intention and goodwill. And I forgot what else I was going to say, but it can be very meaningful. I'm sorry, I'm drawing a complete blank. I completely forgot what I was going to say.
That's fine. Roll me a persuasion roll.
It happens to the best of us. We just don't say it out loud, so you never know that we draw blanks.
No, I'm like seriously. I had it like all in my head, and I've been like saying it, and it tried to come out of my mouth, and it's gone.
You see the object. He almost interprets as an insult on his face. It's not well crafted. It's your first attempt at doing this. But he listens to your words and scans you as you speak, and then there's this faint softness in his eyes that is completely foreign to any other element of this individual that you've seen expressed thus far. Well, individuals have to start somewhere. And he'll take the object.
Thank you.
And he'll look over at you, Monkey.
I look back at him.
Looking at me, looking at him, looking at me.
Oh. Sweet Caroline. And there is an excruciating amount of silence as the two of them are looking at one another. Anybody who does not have a positive, a +1 modifier to charisma, it is so incredibly painful to be around.
Can you pop up his picture again?
Baron Pote?
Yeah.
Sure.
Oh, by the way, I forgot to mention, really like your hair. Looks good.
Monkey, I forget. Did you give him a gift?
Yeah, I gave him the draw poison.
Yes. And he'll smile.
I couldn't remember if you had. I wasn't sure if you remember that. But yeah, I really do. Looks good. You're looking sharp. Nice outfit. Great hair. It's a pleasure to be here.
Thank you. No.
I got one more thing for you. And I will pull out one of my combs. My holy symbol on it. And I'll hand it to him.
No, thank you.
You sure?
A holy symbol is not something a self-respecting devil.
I apologize. I forgot it was on the comb. I tend to get these out to people whose hair I like so they can keep their style. You know what I mean? I apologize, and I'll put it back in my pocket.
I have attendance for that. And he gestures at the stage with the numerous people with the chain tattoos around their neck. Please, help yourselves. We have deviled eggs, Stygian stuffed mushrooms, hellfire jalapeno poppers, brimstone bruschetta, Avernus asparagus wraps, Beelzebub's baked brie, malevolent marinated olives, and so much more.
As much as I
Well,
would like to indulge in your feast, I'm not interested.
What were you saying, Monkey?
Well, I shouldn't be rude. I guess it's time to give a little sampling here. And I am going to Yeah, I'll go ahead and start looking at the food, and I will get a plate. And when the next time that I see Baron Pote is distracted or his attention is kind of more focused on someone else, I will attempt to slide up hand a good berry to Reese.
Roll me a sleight
Just
of
in
hand
case he
check.
gets hungry later.
Yeah. See Reese is there.
Reese won't even know that I put it in his pocket. I'm kidding. All right, sleight of hand.
Reese has a good passive.
27.
Go ahead, Reese.
I guess I probably would have like put it in his hand. So I probably would have done rather than the pocket. That's kind of weird.
Advantage, Reese.
Nice. Good advantage. Got it. That.
Won't taste good, but it'll make his belly a little.
18? Yeah, that beats his. However, everyone else other than Samdi and Bart, so Samdi, Monkey, and Bart are the only ones that don't notice that when Monkey moves over to talk to Reese quietly, the tiny bell on the hook is placed onto the back jacket.
No, that wasn't what I was trying to do. I was trying to do the earring.
Oh, the earring! Oh, sorry, I was...
Not yet. Not yet.
Okay. Would have been
This is
funny
not the
just
place.
spur and bells as he's walking, no idea why.
Yeah, I wouldn't embarrass him
Okay.
in front of this guy.
So yeah, Monkey, you palm it over to him, and he has to be aware. And then you feel the earring in your hand. Damn, Reese must be getting good at that.
It's so wonderful to watch him grow up.
I took the earring out. Future references.
All right.
So, Monkey, there is a reason I asked you to be here for this event.
I appreciate the invitation. I was curious, I must say, why exactly I got the pleasure of the invite.
Are you aware of Avernus's dealings?
I can't really say that I am, but that's why I keep my posse around. I like to have advisors that are quite knowledgeable in many areas.
We serve our wonderful matron, the perfect gift to the hells, the fallen angel of wrath and destruction, Zariel. We are the first line of defense against the abyss and its persistent encroachment on our realm, as well as the only defense the material worlds have from the abyss as well.
That makes sense. On behalf of Material Realm, I'd like to thank you.
We serve because we love battle.
I like
We
those words.
love death. It is intoxicating. And, most importantly, we love sacrifice.
I mean, if that's someone's choice, I can't fight against it as long as they know the consequences of their actions.
Devils don't force individuals to do anything. There's always a choice. However, in recent time, we've been losing warriors down here. You see, infernal contracts made with Avernus enlist you into our army. So, whenever a mortal of your realm wishes to become more powerful, strong enough to strike down 10 of their kin and kind, they make a deal. And we are more than happy to oblige. Your world in particular has very few warriors. Very few people that we can enlist. As such, we've been debating severing our ties from your realm. And with it, severing our protection from the abyss.
I mean, I know that you're low on warriors, but is that the only reason you're thinking of severing that protection?
It is the primary reason that I discuss with you.
Yeah, well, we are grateful for keeping for you guys keeping the abyss at bay. What is it that you would like for us to do, for me to do, for my posse and I?
Well, you see, that's what I was wondering as well. We've heard whispers of an individual preaching across their landscapes, trying to get people to be warriors and fighters.
And protectors of animals, yeah. It's probably me.
Whatever else you do.
Yeah.
And we were intrigued. So, my proposition to you would be you enlisting your chosen class of followers into Zariel's armies, so that they may serve even after death in pushing back the relentless onslaught of the abyss.
Yeah, I just want to make sure I got your thoughts correct. What you're asking for really is for my followers to join in this battle against the abyss after they have passed on from the material realm. And you would like me to encourage such a transition?
Of course.
Glenn is looking at Monkey for his response. like intently.
Well, you
thought-
see, yeah. Go ahead.
I'm sorry, I thought you guys can't pull out of the war because of the Asmodeus decree. That's why everything flows downward first. The souls have to come through here before they hit other planes. Souls can't just go to another plane or another layer of hell first. They have to flow down the river Styx. That's why they start here. So you guys get the first pick of the souls that represent Avernus.
Yes. We get the first pick of those ones. But we are lacking numbers from your realm. We need more.
Yeah, I understand this is. Oh, go ahead.
Sorry, but to pull out of the war itself, that goes against the Asmodeus decree.
Who said anybody is pulling out of the war?
You just said. You said you're gonna stop the war.
They didn't say they were
No.
pulling out of the war. They said they were gonna leave the material plane.
Stop protecting the material.
Oh,
Disconnect from your realm so that the Abyss has a branch there. And then it's more or less it's a threat, but also it sounds like a strategic threat of, well, if we're going to be losing something, we have to threaten to incentivize you anyways.
Okay.
All of you with a militant mind, Cornwallis, Bartikov, you easily piece that together.
Okay.
Forced allyship.
Technically speaking, if Monkey's followers were being directly funneled down to the hells after death, would that not make him some kind of creature of significance within the hells?
Make him a devil dealership. A cult.
He
Many.
becomes some form of baron himself?
He seems very immediately irate with that reference, Bart.
Oh shit.
He would become a man of influence here, yes. And with that comes benefits in and of itself. But you would also be recognized by us, if not by your own realm, as someone who is defending the entirety of their own home with the lives of their followers. Many individuals have made similar dealings like this. Many cults like your own.
Well, something to think about. One thing I'm sure you're aware of is if some sort of agreement on this were to happen, it would be the choice of my followers individually. They would have the freedom to choose.
Of course. We would just ask that you encourage that.
Yeah.
Yes. Very important. When in hell, get Cuddle Cat.
Bart,
He was
quit
screaming.
picking up the Hellcats.
Go ahead.
I'm mesmerized. Yeah, my daughter's finally wearing me down. We're probably going to get a pet within the next year or two.
Good call.
I would like to insight check everything this guy is saying, whether he's just trying to bolster his numbers, that way he can take the credit for building a stronger army, and I want to also insight his deception, if he's deceiving about not having the numbers.
Go ahead. Roll me a general insight against him.
Because I can see someone...
Is there any chance I could assist Reese? Because I am proficient in insight.
You can make it yourself, but you can't really help.
Yeah.
Oh wait, actually I can't because I'm not proficient. Never mind.
You lying sack. Yeah.
Oh, insight? I will
Yeah.
roll it too.
Sure.
I'm gonna lucky this. This is my
And
first lucky of the day.
Think. Let me just double check. Oops. Oh no. God, that scared me. I clicked my character sheet and it rolled.
Jesus Christ.
Have you rolled? You ever rolled like 2 things above 10?
I know.
And yet
Rough
he still
day.
has a plus 14.
You're
He's a
welcome.
bard.
Oh.
I've accepted it at this point.
Oh.
I'm
Eh.
What do I have to think?
And I'm looking. I'm just double checking before I roll something before I roll insight. 'Cause I
You,
think I get.
I'm not gonna say which charisma check they just made.
Yeah.
Reese, do you still have a subtle cast?
Whenever a creature makes an attack roll, skill check, or saving throw within 20 feet of you. So if he does pass, I would like to use that.
Use what?
Whenever a creature gets an unsurpassed fortune. Because it's a skill check.
Roll again?
It's
Because he
just I gotta-
definitely beat you. That's a 36 of
Yeah, that's
whatever
what I was saying.
charisma check.
So I
they
gotta
were
roll
making.
above a 10. If you roll above a 10 or higher, attack, saving throw, or skill check immediately fails.
That is some bullshit. I hate immediate and immunity and bullshit, man. Why have
I get it
fucking
once.
dice?
My thing is that I get it once a day and it's a gamble.
Yeah.
That's the issue with that.
Yeah.
And I don't think I can lucky this one.
It's a D20.
Yeah, I'll use it.
Wait. What does Lucky say? Ability check, attack, roll a saving throw, or roll a D20?
Let's find out. I mean, regardless, I think I failed it.
That still fails. You need a 10 or higher.
Okay, and I do get advantage on my insight check. I just had to make sure first.
Yeah.
So.
It specifies a type of throw, not just a d20.
Yeah, when you roll a d20 additional, yeah, it calls it out. It's an ability that does it. Yeah, I tried.
Yeah,
Who
whenever
would've
you
thought
make
it?
an attack roll, ability check, or saving throw,
Yeah.
you can spend 1 lucky to roll an additional D20 and choose. Yeah. So make sure you still have your 2 remaining.
You're 2.
Yeah.
Okay.
19s. Both of you cannot sense any direction behind their words. You know they are not lying, as they can't lie as a devil when doing infernal dealings. And this is an infernal deal that they are trying to strike. Cannot lie. But that doesn't mean there's no deception. And you're dealing with a weight class of politics that both of you are kind of... Reese, you're close to, but Monkey, you are very outside of.
Okay.
Well, as you know, this is a decision that I can't take lightly.
Of course.
But we should enjoy the festivities for this evening, and I will ponder this.
You are welcome.
The protection of the, and I do appreciate that, and I appreciate your current protection of the material plane, and it's something very important. So I will consider this very intent, with great intention.
Of course. And of course, all of you are welcome to continue enjoying these festivities. And you see the first of the other devils are starting to arrive and approach. I will be around for any questionings whatsoever. Oh, I should forewarn you. You have until there is a new moon on your realm on display to give me a definitive decision.
Understood.
Anybody here proficient in nature?
Jack of all trades.
Second.
I am proficient in nature.
Glenn, nature check. Reese, nature check.
Dun-dun-dun.
I am as well.
Nice.
Genesis, nature check. It threw off the harmony.
Yep.
Just too
How
many
dare you,
syllables.
Genesis.
That's
You
me
guys-
throwing it off.
Reese?
Oh, I thought only 2 people can roll it, so I let.
No,
Jesse
no.
roll
This
it.
is general. This is general. Go ahead.
Oh, cool.
Yeah. When it comes to establishing information about the world, I'm not really that restrictive with only 2 people.
Okay.
It's when you're doing something that failure has severe consequences. That's when I'm limiting.
Reese is like, I don't want
That's-
someone in the city.
That is good to know.
The fuck's a moon? You mean the big star or the little ones?
That makes sense with Reese.
My rolls are so bad today.
Yeah, there's all that light pollution. You can't see that shit.
Yeah.
What is that?
Torch.
Why is that big torch yelling at me?
Yeah.
Anyways, Glenn, the rise and fall of a new moon would suggest that when you reach a lunar cycle where the 2 moons pass by your realm, which means you have roughly 6 months, you'll see when it's about to phase in and out. But yeah, you have 6 months to decide.
A long lunar cycle.
Oh, so, Risan,
Yes.
I understand this conversation is one that may be a little aggravating for you. However, a little birdie told me that you have some unsophisticated dealings in Dis. And I would be, well, very grateful for your discretion on these matters. So grateful, in fact, I could employ the Voyager for you to go to Dis directly and handle your dealings.
So for the sake of me not talking to my allies, you would give me access to the boat to take me to Dis.
These immediate allies are perfectly fine.
Just the infernal allies.
None of the other layers should know. If they think Avernus is weakening, you understand the power struggle that would entail. Then they would try to take over our layer, try to dominate it. And as such, we would have to draw back our troops from the front lines in order to defend our layer. Again, consequence befalling your realm.
I won't report to my deviled allies.
Infernal allies.
My infernal allies. Unfortunately, I am an emissary of the Asmodeus Church first. But in regards to my allies in Dis, they will not hear from me anything.
Well-
Understand, you have your faith in your leaders, and then I have a following and worship of Asmodeus.
Consequences be damned. He'll give you a toast. And you are where he was directly threatening your realm and the Abyss's influence there.
Yeah, I mean, the unfortunate thing is Reese isn't sure what game this guy's playing, so he's going to keep his options to himself at the moment. Because I feel like this is a game for him. He's doing something.
It's always a game.
It's always a game. It's
Wanna
always
play a
an
game.
iterative motive.
So, he will continue to lollygag around the event, and a handful of other devils begin approaching and going about and enjoying the festivities, listening to the very lively music despite the atmosphere, and eating the very strange foods, and Tawahaj, obviously, engrossing himself in the conversations and making new deals and pacts and contracts and friends, as, well, he fully intended to do by coming here. Pretty soon, Reese, you could blend in with the crowd very well here, but all of your allies would be left to their own devices against a room full of fairly to very powerful fiends.
I would let everyone know.
I can be trusted.
Whatever you guys do, they're going to test you. They're going to try and get you to break certain morals or certain lines that you have. Be aware of that and keep your mental guards up.
I appreciate that. I'm at the point, though, I don't know if Mark can really be broken.
Yeah. In Monkey's mind, he hears... In Monkey's mind, I'm going to speak to him. And I'm going to go, keep that earring on you and signal for help as needed, because there's nothing to say that this man isn't trying to use you to just bolster his specific numbers or his specific army. So...
Understood. And I will brush my hair back one time, no earrings. Second time, there's an earring, and third time, I kind of pushed my hair back over my ear so you can't see it. And I will attempt to put the earring on with sleight hand.
Go ahead.
Not that it matters, but just
It's still fun to see if Cornwallis and Genesis and Reese. Holy shit! Yeah, the three of you all see. You watch plain as day as he does it.
earring.
Yeah.
I would like to, if I can, catch a moment with Baron Oak.
Oh, absolutely.
And Bart will walk up to him, sort of confidently, but with a slight tone of deference, and just a touch of supplication, just to sort of imply the tone of his entrance is well-meaning. Great Baron. I have to say, this is a fantastic party. I would like to extend first my thanks for your hospitality. But also, I realize I misspoke a little earlier in asking questions about Monkey's potential status on the terms of the discussion. And I would like to offer you something else as a way of an apology to bridge gaps. All this discussion of the blood war is making me realize I have potentially a part to play that could be of some use. I have had past dealings with the creatures of the Abyss, and, well, as they say, knowledge is power, and what better knowledge is there than physical samples? And Bart will pull from inside his jacket a vial of Jublex's ooze. Or an ooze. That has been moving and shaking within certain parts of the Abyss over the last year within the mortal realms.
Before you continue, I need you to roll me a persuasion roll as showing that you brought a demon into Avernus. He has been getting progressively more and more, not even irate, pissed off.
I've got game advantage for this, and a +10, I'll take it.
Let's go.
We believe, Bart.
I'll take a 24.
Yeah, you can keep talking.
And, well, what better way to test new weapons than on a captive and placid subject? I have a feeling you'll be seeing more of these around as the war progresses, and certain entities gain a stronger foothold in their own realm.
You have a connection to Jublix.
I couldn't possibly confirm or deny.
Sweet, sweet little half-elf. And what makes you think? He'll place his hand on your shoulder. What makes you think that I would accept such a small sample when a more powerful one is in my midst? And he moves his thumb to just over your throat. Not grabbing, just a gesture.
But we'll look down briefly at the hand on his neck, and then he'll just glance up over his own shoulder towards the tip to indicate the tip of the spear. Yes. That would be very poor hospitality. And besides, he'll just gently, the way you show, I have a firearm in my coat, pull out the other 4 vials. There is more.
Roll me intimidation. Advantage, because that spear can fucking kill him. Even if he wasn't
Hang
here.
on this too.
Did you have advantage?
Yes.
20.
You said I have advantage.
Sorry.
Your own damn words, Joey.
When you push him back a little bit and pull out the other vials, he looks at the spear, looks at you, and you can tell you pissed him off. You've definitely made an enemy, Bart. But he will respect his words. He will accept your gift. But you know if you come back to Avernus, you probably have to watch your back. He's respectfully afraid of you. But having a devil afraid of you does not always equate to good things.
Safety.
Yes. They call those loose ends.
Well, I am nothing if not a loose end for many people. and people is a broad term.
I think that is a great ending point for today's session. Players, thank you all very much for playing. Viewers, thank you for watching. Hope you all had a great time. We'll see you.